guys, good evening. Good evening, Obodo fam. How's everyone doing? I hope we are well. Welcome to tonight's live stream. How is everybody doing? Can you hear me? Please confirm if you can hear me. Thank you so much for being here. It's a Saturday today, and I must say that I want to thank you all for staying with me. Uh, the past few weeks, we've not been regular in the dates that we normally do it, but I thank you for your understanding. Thank you for still being here, even though it's not the usual days that we do it. It shows that you guys are committed to what we are doing here. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Please give the video a thumbs up as you are coming in before we get into it, because sometimes once we get into it, people can't they won't remember to go back and just give the video a thumbs up. The only way we can make these videos popular on YouTube and other platforms is to like and share. So like it, like it, like it. I wish I was coming to you guys on very different circumstances today. Unfortunately, it is not. If you follow me on Instagram, then you will know that I've been in a celebration mood. I am, been marking half a century on this planet. So I've really been in a very good mood and just giving thanks to God and, just appreciating the gift of life and everything that God has blessed me with. I've just been so happy. So when this news, actually somebody put the thing in the post that I put on my community page, the picture that I put there where I was saying, something about my birthday. That's where the first person that commented I said, "Oh, Auntie B, it's happened again, no, in Texas." Another person, they don't delete another person. I say, "Hey, God, not again." So and then of course people started tagging me on here, sending it to me on WhatsApp and all that. Yeah. Give it a thumbs up. I usually just take a few minutes to do housekeeping and just to chat with you guys so that people can thumb up the video and also watch the ad. Please watch the ad. YouTube has been playing some silly games lately. You just do a video, they will tell you, that they are checking whether one thing or the other. Maybe one word when person talk, if it say they dey check whether it is suitable. If it take them 3 days to the check, and after that 3 days, people that are watching have finished watching. So, in fact, Afisuru, it takes the grace of God on this platform. I'm telling you. So yeah, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you, Neka. Neka says Texas. Yes, Spring, Texas, where this happens about an hour from Houston. All right. So yeah, we are going to get into it. We won't talk about time. I'm going to use pidgin English mostly because of the nature of the subject and because of the platform. Say these people, they know they watch their wahala too much at moment. I'm telling you, their wahala is just too much. I can't wait for us to have our own platform where we can discuss about anything that we want to talk about, because it's like the main things that we want to talk about. Now they will tell you, say no, you know what they will just want us to be doing? To be doing vlogs. We just they do vlogs, all those family vlogs. You just say, okay, I went shopping today, I cooked today, all those things. I mean, it's not like there's anything wrong with them, but that's not what I'm here for. Our mission on this platform is completely different. We are here for, more serious and deeper issues. I feel vlog, oh, not be say I know sabi vlog. That one is even easier. Just carry camera, they walk up and down, they record the whole London, they show now. But you can also watch it everywhere else on YouTube. It's nothing special. But these issues that we'll talk about here are actually very, very crucial to our community. So that's why when YouTube they start all this their wizardry, the thing just they tire me. Honestly. So welcome everybody. Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up, guys. I appreciate you for being here. Give it a thumbs up. Yeah. YouTube want me with it. Now what did I want me that neka? The one who just they do make her just the waka waka up and down, they vlog, they show now vlogging videos, you know. Now those kind of things that they say they want is frustrating. I not go lie. The thing they tire me sometimes. They tire me. Balaji, you're welcome, my brother. How are you? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the messages and all the comments on my Instagram. Well, welcome, welcome. So we are getting to it now. I think by now, let's get into it. So it happened again. You already know, most of you already know what we are talking about. Those of you who live in the US, especially around that Texas area, they already know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Temilade, why don't I stream on both Facebook and YouTube? I'm not on Facebook, and I'm not about to get into Facebook. No, I can't do more than YouTube. YouTube is my final. Once I leave YouTube, I'm out. I'm out for social media. I'm not doing Facebook. It's not my thing. Right. So the story we are sharing today, when I want to talk about now about this, young man. Okay. It's unfortunate, but every time we sit down for this platform, we dey talk about this issue of delete all the time. We dey talk about am. We dey talk about delete, you know. And some people feel like they talk say, even in my last, I think the one before the last, I saw a comment where somebody was saying, he go like that. I would like to see some more positive videos on this platform about marriages that are working. And I took a minute to reflect on that, because I'm somebody that when people give me feedback, I take it on board. I no go just disregard them because one person doesn't know it all. Okay. So, so uh when the person said that they would like to see positive story, yeah, we do positive stories sometimes, but when I was looking at my Bible, the book of Mark, eh, the book of Mark 2:17 says when Jesus went, to the house of that man, and they started eating and drinking, and and people were condemning him and say, why are you eating with these people that are unbelievers? Why are you mingling with these people? These people are not they are not Christians. They are not the Jews. Why are you mixing with them? You know what he said to them? Mark 2:17 said, he said that if you are healthy, you don't need a doctor. Those people who are healthy don't need doctor. Person where they sick now they need doctor. I've never seen somebody that go to the doctor and say, doctor, you know what? I'm so healthy. Health is worrying me. I have too much health. Everything in my body is working. It's just too much. He said to them, he said, no, it's those who are sick that go to the doctor. Eh? He said, I have come for the righteous. I've not come for the righteous, but I've come for the unrighteous and sinners. So on this platform, we have not come to come and, show you marriages that are working. I believe that everybody that is watching this platform is an adult and you have life around you outside social media. So you should be able to know that, of course, marriages are still working. All right. There's nothing to gain. And I'm not saying we shouldn't do those stories once in a while, but there's nothing to gain to bring people all the time to say, we are so happy. Of course, from time to time, we can bring people to share secrets of their happy marriage. Is all right. But when we have issues like this, serious issue that are life altering and life changing, why we go just sit down they do kumbaya for here? So occasionally we'll bring people to talk about, what is working in their own relationship, what is helping them to share for other people to learn. But mostly we are still going to keep doing these stories because this is how people learn. And remember, we're not just sit down here or they do all those stories say to make people fear marriage or people they run say, I no go ever marry, I no go ever marry if not so. But we always draw out the lesson, even when people come here to share their experience, no matter how dark and traumatic they are. We always draw out the lessons to say, okay, if you did this situation, now so you go to, and it's helping a lot of people. I'm telling you, it is helping a lot of people. My inbox is full every day. People sending me messages and saying, watching a show like that on Obodoyibo's TV is literally saved their lives. It's helped them. They say, oh, that is just my situation. Okay, I give you an example. The young lady that came the last time, Rita, that came to share. Do you know, right after that show, a lady was watching that show and she sent me a message immediately. She said, Auntie B, I need to come on your show. I want to come and share. So he said, Rita's own is small compared to what I am going through. But I'm still in the situation. So I said, no, I don't think you should come because I'm always risk assessing. I don't want anybody to put themselves in danger. If you say that you are still in the situation and you are still living together, it might not be safe. But this sister was like, no, 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 no. I want to share. I want to come. I want to share. The Rita's own is nothing compared. So even as I even straight shotted the message and sent it to Rita. So I was telling Rita, I was like, Rita, you see, by having the bravery, even though it was so hard for you to share, your story is already encouraging people to take hold of their healing, to be able to pursue, what is good for their mental and emotional health, for them to know that, okay, I don't feel sit down for this situation. I don't feel just sit down like this. Say, if this young girl fits with everything when she go through it, I can't come from Nigeria. If she free break loose for this kind of situation where they lock her for house, then why should I remain here? So that is why we bring people to share. And that is why these stories, even though some people cannot handle them, we're going to keep, you know, highlighting them because there's a lot of lessons to be learned. Now, people, when they through things like this, they go through this kind of situation, they will learn something from it. So that's what I'm just going to say in response to people that are saying that we should be doing happy stories. We will do happy stories, but we also need to do much more important, we need to do stories that will help people, stories that will help people who are going through, people, they go through a lot, my people. You don't, especially in the diaspora, people are going through a lot. And the worst part about living in the diaspora is say when you are going through something, sometimes you don't have trusted people that you can confide in. Not be everybody get people they can trust. Some people are ashamed. Some people are afraid. Some people they don't want to be mocked. They will think, what will people say? Some people say, "Ah, if I tell them now, I mean they will take they do their gossip. I mean they will take preach for church on Sunday. You understand? So these are the issues. Adana says, Auntie B, you are saving lives. We are all learning from your platform. We are all doing it together, my darling. Adana, we are all doing it together. It's not just me alone. I don't take any glory from this. It's the work of God, and we are all collaborators, including you, Adana, because I know since you came and you also shared your story about, your situation with a medical issue, and you helped a lot of people because of you. Another sister has been delivered from that situation. So you see, you too, you saved a life, and you saved many more. So it's collectively. Okay, thank you all so much. Blessings, Obodo TV's empowerment and educational channel and creating awareness about DV healing for those going through it. Thank you so much, Blessing. Okay, so let me get into the story because of time. And I know say this time, when you dey busy, now you go just dey go quick, quick, quick. So somebody sent the thing to me about this man. His name na Obinna. Obinna Igbokwe. That's his name. Okay, unfortunately, this brother, this handsome man, eh, is no longer with us. All because of this same issue where we dey highlight every day. The issues, these similar issues that we highlight here every day. Issues of divorce, issues of separation. I no do again. I not do again. So, I started having a conversation with my the US group, WhatsApp group that we have, Obodo Farm US, and we started talking about the issues. And I said to the people on the platform, I said, you know what? We need to start talking about, as much as we cry and we are angry and we are appalled by all these things happening. Now let's start looking at the root cause of all these issues. So while we tell the story because it's relevant to the discussion, let us go a little bit further by looking at the root causes of this problem and how we can address them. Okay, so the issues that we're going to be looking at tonight is, how are you emotionally? Hmm? Your emotional growth and development. How do you handle rejection? These are the things that we need to start teaching. How do people handle breakup? When a relationship ends, how do you handle it? Emotional maturity, mental health. These are all the things that we need to start teaching people. And I have quite a lot to cover today. Uh, I have quite a lot to cover today. So it's no longer about, it's not even, it's never been about that, to be honest. I know that sometimes because of the nature of the topic and because person don't delete, it is painful. You know, when you hear say somebody don't delete, it's very painful. So anger can set in, go say, why you go delete person? My people, more than see this couple. Just look at them. Make you see life. This was when the going was good. Can you see this? Don't they look all loved up? Don't they look happy? Look at him. Look at the guy. Obinna, he's even smiling. You see the way they held themselves there. When I looked at the caption on the picture on my right, they had just gone out for a night outing, to have a good time. And they took a picture. So these are people that were, once upon a time, they were in love. Okay? They were happy. It's a family that was built and there was a child. And all of a sudden, for whatever reason of which we may know and we may never know, because not only two people in a day go ever know what happened. Even when people come to narrate their story, is he say, she say, okay? She will say her own from her own perspective, and the brother will say his own from his own perspective, right? But at the end of the day, between the two of them, there is her side, there's his side, and there is the truth. They look very happy. But as we they talk, say, as me and you they talk, so as we are sitting down here now, these two people no day again, they are no more. They are no more, including the girl's mother, the mother-in-law. Hmm? Including the girl's mother. She know they so three people. Now three people they talk about so when they delete under one day, all because of you know relationship breakdown, marriage breakdown. So, I mean, when I will run through the story very quickly, I don't want to dwell on the story. Okay, there are so many other things I want to do. I want to concentrate on tonight. We are going to be talking about, steps that people can take, especially brothers, how to handle when you are going through a messy divorce, a messy breakup, especially the one that you feel like I've lost everything. I've lost my children. I know I've lost my house. I don't know what to do. When you feel like, oh, there's nothing again for me. There's nothing. I've lost everything. How do you handle those negative emotions? How do you handle it? That's what we're going to be dwelling on tonight. So, first of all, before we get to that, I have a few articles I want to share. And I like to do my homework. So I have a few articles I will share with you about, what is relevant to what we are discussing. But before I get to that, I want to share the story about what happened with Obinna, right? His name is Obinna Igbokwe, and he lived in in America. All right. According to what I'm reading here from the I think it's ABC 13, it just says that he carried the pikin, apparently he carried the pikin, go drop the pikin for hotel. He dropped the baby for hotel, tell the hotel people say, I'm coming. All right, this baby. The baby is just 3 months old. 3 months. So Obina took the baby and dropped the baby in a hotel and told the hotel people that he was going to come back, but he never did. So when he didn't come back, now the people can't call police, say, see pikin, oh, we see pikin for here. Oh. The person that dropped the child, pikin, no, he said they come back, he not come back. Oh, now pikin, now the police people come begin to investigate, say, what's happen? As all of una they talk that live in the local area, Amber Alert went out to all of una. Okay? And that was on Thursday, right? This was on Thursday, and they say it was around 2 a.m. So, according to Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, they say now around 7 p.m. on Wednesday, that's when the thing started. So, the police people, the deputies were called to the house. Mhm. And I there they see both the mother, that's the woman's mother, and this woman. They saw both of them. Okay, so they say the woman the Obina wife. Okay, I don't think she's an African. Some people said when I was looking at it that she's an African American, but I'm not sure of her identity. Please let me know in the comment section if you know where she comes from. Okay, they said that Obina is 41 years old. Okay, and I'm deleting wife. Her name is Tangela Ibokwe. Tangela. Mm? After she told him that she wanted a divorce. Okay, she asked for a divorce. This lady called Tangela. All right, and the talk say Obinna no, he didn't stop there. He didn't stop there. After he don't delete the wife, he can't delete the wife mother join her, and both of them no make am. The wife mother is called Linda. Linda Larkins, they call her. They say both of them no make am. On the spot there, now both of them delete, right? So in now, after that one, you know when make God no let them push person go do the wrong thing or make negative emotions when you don't feel control. That's why emotional health is, somebody said it in that group that a lot of Africans are not even aware of our mental and emotional health. E get as some emotion go push you reach where you go do wetin you no even know say you wan do am until you do am your eye go come clear. Then you come dey ask yourself say, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Okay? After you don do am finish, na when your eye come clear, you come enter motor when dem come call police. When police come, you come dey drive dey run, police come dey pursue am. No, for na America now, dem dey pursue each other. Na so before you know, they open for each other. I no fit use the word, the G word. They open G word, make I use the G word for each other. Before you know, they say police, they try to see whether they will fit calm am down so that it go stop, so that they will take am in. Now, so this brother he just carry the G word open on himself. He delete himself inside motor. They still try to say whether they go fit, whether they go fit save am for where. My people, na so dis 3-year-old pikin take become overnight pikin wey just dey come world, wey e never even know wetin the color of dis life look like. E never even know how dis world be. At 3 months, dis innocent pikin no get papa, e no get mama, e no get grandmother, all in one day, just because of breakup. Just because of breakup, my people. Na so na how that one take end be that. They say she asked for divorce. Now the summary of the whole story be that. They say the baby nothing happened to the baby. Only say as he say make dem look the baby for am when he drop am for hotel, he not come back. He not come back, but they said the pikin dey safe. Okay. Marian said there was also a 14-year-old child at home when okay, there was another child. Okay, thanks for telling us that, Marian. I didn't know that. It's not in the article. Adama, you write Igbo for there. I don't feel read them, but I'm sure any Igbo person can read it. Thank you. I'm sure whatever you are saying there is making sense. So that's the summary of it. That's the story. So you see this beautiful, beautiful couple. I don't know what happened when she take talk, say she not do again, no. But even if person say no do again, should it he not supposed to reach this level. He not supposed to reach this level when 3 lives all at once, just like that overnight, because of negative lack of person no fit take rejection. And that's why we're looking at how to handle rejection. We need to be teaching our children how to handle heartbreak. When you love somebody dearly and you feel like you've given everything you loved, everything you can to support that person, maybe you do for and you give them paper, you build house, na your name, you put whatever, all the money, na your bank account is there, and the person can't say no wants you. I'm just making an example. I'm not saying the lady did that. I don't know what really happened there. Like I said, this is what we are just reading. But even if that's the worst case scenario, say you don't do everything in your power for one person, whether you be man or woman, when you do am for the other person, and that person when you feel say, I have given you so many so number of years in my life, I've done everything to make you happy, and the person wake up one day and say, I don't love you anymore, I not do again. How do you handle it? How do you handle it? Anger management, yes. Anger management. A lot of our people need anger management. Okay. A lot of people accuse me on this platform, they say I hate Igbo people, which is ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. Because me, I don't hate anybody. Talk of hating an entire ethnic group. Okay, but if you are honest with yourself, you will agree with me that this thing is happening very frequently within Igbo men. It is not only them that does it, but it is very, very frequent. We have to say it. Let's not deceive ourselves. If you are a true Igbo person and you love your people, then you will be open to a very honest conversation without saying, why is it always Igbo people you talk about? Why is it always Igbo people you talk about? If you talk like that, then you don't get sense. Honestly, you don't get sense if you talk like that. I'm sorry. Because these are very, very important conversations we need to have. Why is it that it has to come to this junction when you feel say you need to delete the other person? Okay, listen, I just they hear now say they don't sentence the man. Somebody sent me something. I've not had time to look at it, but I'm still going to revisit it by the grace of God. So let's talk. I like people that are self-reflective. Don't be emotional about tribe. Tribe will not matter anything. If now my people they do something, I come and talk about them. Some people go say, why you know they talk about your people? You know they talk about Edo people. If Edo people do anything where relate to my platform, I me go fair blast them. I don't give 2 cents about tribe. Okay? I be Edo woman, I'm married to a man from Calabar. I don't care. Tribe doesn't mean nothing to me. It's the issue that matter. But some people, you see those social media warriors, all they care about is tribe. Don't talk about my tribe. But are you being serious? Are you serious? Really? So we need to be very, 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 very careful when we start throwing accusations, and we are not thinking like intelligent people who are solution focused people. Okay? So I took the time to look at breakup. And this is what I found that, like bereavement, when person dies, so when you say somebody delete, you they mourn. Thank you, Miriam. They say I dey tribalistic, and I no send tribe. I don't even send anybody for tribe. Okay? But all those people where they talk, I want you to need conscience, they don't get anything to offer. When would they contribute money for Igbo people here? They know they contribute to. You ever see them? They know they contribute. No need to come cry. The other day we were contributing money for the lady that has a sickle cell child in Nigeria. Shebi she's an Igbo girl. Did you see them contributing? We know they see them all. But when you do video, they say you hate Igbo people. You know how many Igbo people we don't contribute money for? Anyway, let's not dwell on that. I know that you, the intelligent people, you know me better than that. So when it comes to breakup, there are 5 stages, 5 stages. So it is equally like, say person delete. So maybe your papa die, your mama die. Now so it be. They say, even if you are the one that initiated the breakup, there are 5 stages of grief that you will go through. The first one is denial. Okay? Say, I know it cannot be. Especially if the relationship is with you. You go say, no, this relationship cannot end. You will be in denial about it. Number 2 is anger. And at that place, now most people, they react. People where they delete people now for that anger, now there they come say, I know, you can't do this to me. Lie. Is either me, if you say we no go do again, now me say both of us, this life, now me say no go contain us. Bargaining for you to the wear am up and down, say, can it be? Will it be? What can I do? Maybe I go beg. Maybe I go call people to go talk to them. Oh, what can I do? Maybe I'll buy a gift. Maybe I go, So that's another stage. Then there's depression, where we say the person at that time, some people go enter into drinking. They feel enter alcohol, begin drink, or some people begin to use, different thing. They smoke banner, they take the one way strong punk banner just to calm themselves because they are so depressed. Okay, and also Acceptance is the final stage. A lot of people know they come to that stage, especially people when they do things like this, where they're very drastic like that. Hmm? You know, they know they don't get to that stage. So these are the stages. It's the same stages that you go through when you've lost someone. These are exactly the same stages. It's the stages of bereavement, of grief. Me, I didn't even know that breakup can make you go through the same stages of grief. I was shocked when I found out. Hmm? Okay, right. Let's move on. I'm seeing all your comments in the comment section. Yeah. Somebody is saying that he's tired of people that are always blaming people for tribalism. Oh my God, tribalistic people. All Nigerians are tribal and tribalistic, tribalism and tribal, whatever you want to call them. Attire for Nigerian. You know, if you say something, Nigeria, a typical Nigeria, especially those ones when they never come out for Africa, they go first look where you come from before they will not decide whether you are being tribalistic or not. Yeah, I don't understand that. Blessing says if Igbo people do not want their names mentioned, then they should put their house together. They are not the only tribe that are married with marital issues in Nigeria. Okay, right. So, and it's not to say that it's all Igbo people that are deleting their wives. Okay, we are talking about how it is common amongst some Igbo brothers who cannot handle their emotions or handle rejection, and they feel like, okay, if you leave me now, what I go do you be this, I'll do you something strong. And one of our brothers on this platform, I would like this brother, if he's here or if he's listening, to really call in, because I keep referring to this. This is the second time I'm referring to his statement. I screenshotted it because it makes a whole lot of sense. The name of that brother is Godwin Ejofo. And this was about 2 months ago when we did the video of another Igbo lady that was unfortunately deleted, the one that was in Scotland that went to Nigeria. And he said, and I'm an Igbo man, but I think most of our people are too emotional, and most of them need anger management. I like people that are self-reflective. Oh, eh? He mentioned two things. He said emotional, too emotional, anger management. Now, somebody where they think deep, be this our brother Godwin. Oh. He said, when you go to Lagos court, Igbo have the highest divorce, which people don't know, but I think most of our culture are responsible for that. Okay, this is not about building house. An average Igbo man find it hard to move forward after a divorce because they think they own you and they don't want other people to own you just because you are married to them. In the US, the rate at which Igbo buy or delete their wives is much, and I still repeat, it is the culture. So he's looking at it from a cultural perspective. Okay. And guess what? From what I'm gathering, the information I'm gathering about uh the information I'm gathering about this is that this guy that we're talking about today now, I don't think he was even born in Nigeria. It seems like he was even born in the US. He may even be a second generation Nigerian. You see? So if he was born and brought up in the US and he's a second generation Nigerian, let's say it's his parents that came to America, then he was born there. So he's second generation. Then how come? How come? Why is all this happening, my people? Why? Why? This is too much. Okay, so let's get a little bit deeper into this. And I have a few things here that I've noted down that will help you. Please, when we're here when we are doing these shows, we always have to, we dig a little deeper and bring out so many lessons and also share knowledge. I'm sure, people have things to share. I'll share my link in a minute. Let me just run through this. If you are going through a breakup out there, I beg, listen very carefully. Okay? These are some of the things that you can do that will help you. It will help you, especially brothers, because it seems like it's brothers that, that are struggling more to manage rejection and manage, their, anger. Because person no feel just wake up one day, say I want to delete person. Now something they drive them, that anger and inability to see beyond the current circumstances. So they know they see say, this breakup, they know they even see say there is life after breakup. There's life after divorce. So they to them is this marriage is everything. So if you want to break up with me, there is no life outside it. So the first thing there is to give yourself some space. Even if you are the one that owns the house or you bought the house together, move out. Look for somewhere you can stay. Take some time off work. Just give yourself space to think. Even if you need to travel, travel. Giving yourself space during a breakup is very, very important for your mental and emotional health. The second one is keep busy. Be busy. Because when you sit down and they think, there's a popular saying that the idle mind's brain is the devil's workshop. You need to be very, very busy. Keep busy and occupy yourself so that you don't think. Because now when you dey think, now for our mind, we have the spirit of God, but we also have the devil that will be whispering to you, say, this woman, after everything you did for her, you are going to let her go like that? No, Sean. Sean, you go to whisper to you, but the spirit of God is very calm and is very soothing and is very low. But you see that the satanic voice, so they high, go to tell you, say, do something, do something, do something. So you need to, keep yourself busy and try not to listen to that other voice where they whisper into your head, say, may you go do jamba. So take some time. Number 3, take some time out for yourself. Please spend time with family, friends. If you don't have people in the diaspora, please travel. Now, where Africa for good be that? We go back and forth talking about, Nigeria. And this is where, when you are in Nigeria, you have extended family that can uphold you when you are going through a thing like this. They will take you out, they will make you laugh, funny, funny things. Number 4, please talk to family. Don't keep it to yourself. Sometimes it's when you wrap it all in your head. That's when the anger will just erupt. Talk to trusted friends, elders, and other people that can support you. You must get help. Don't just keep to yourself and try to manage it yourself. Number 5, try not to use alcohol and any other banner or substance to deal with your pain. Because you know what alcohol is? It's a depressant. Is it antidepressant or antidepressant? You go drink them and you think you feel good. Now that time, all the thing. Now when my papa die, now I know. Let me give you guys a quick story. This is not about me, but sometimes we draw lessons um, from different experiences. When my papa died, the day they were going to do the burial, I was very young and I didn't know what to do. It was my first time of experiencing grief, bereavement. I didn't know what to do. And for our culture now, people just expect you to get on with it. They don't expect you to that as even as a child that you are deeply affected. There is no support there. My mom is busy grieving that her husband is gone. So who is going to support me? So it was just me and my siblings. We didn't know what to do. I was lost. So now we can't go buy Shinap. I remember I just gotten into university. We went to buy Shinap, and in Nigeria, whatever age you are, you can buy drink. We go buy Shinap. How many of you know what they call Shinap? Bottle of Shinap, Ogogoro. That's the strongest form of Ogogoro. The alcohol in that thing is over 40%. Now me and my sister carry cup, plastic cup. We divide the Ogogoro into 2 equal parts. In our mind, in our young mind, we're thinking that if we drink them, we will forget. So during the burial, everything will be a blur. We will not feel the pain. We're trying to kill the pain in our hearts. Chat moment, Ogogoro. Now I will divide the Ogogoro into 2. Imagine that full bottle of Shinab with, and I never drink for my life before. I don't even know waiting gin be like Shinab. Now my sister carry and drink your own finish. You drink my own. The things that children do. I carry my own, I put the thing for mouth. The thing hit my throat. It dey pepper me. I say, this thing no sweet though. I have a sweet tooth. He said, drink am. Later he said the thing they sweet before. Just gulp it. Shebi we want to forget. Gulp it. Drink everything. And that my sister now ogbo. My people, now I carry and close my eye. I hold my nose so that the thing go enter. I can't use one hand, press my nose, put am for my mouth, go swallow the thing. 5 minutes later, now I say yes. Now I know, say, okay, wait, what it means. My dear, you know what we're trying to forget? Now that time everything got clear. Now that time he can't hit me say my papa don't go. I said, yeah, who go pay my school fees now? Oh, my mama. Hello. Now that time, cause he cry. I call they vomit. And they cry, they vomit. In fact, they hold me. They hold me. If you see us, we were useless. Now they call the house and say, what you do us? Sabela water, Bra Patrick. Make I make una last small. So that, make we relieve tension. Now one of my senior brother waka come say, wetin we drink? Now we say, no, we no drink anything. No. Now they say, na lie. Say the way where I look, I don't look normal. That my sister nothing do am. If they can't pay me, I was all over the place. Now that time my eye come open. When they put person for ground, when they bury person, when they say, may they come put sand, they hold me, otherwise, it remains my man for enter inside the grave because of how the Ogogoro finished my life that day. I was not myself. I learned my lesson the hard way, say, trying to forget with Ogogoro, it doesn't work. Now that time I ain't here. I can't remember everything. Say, hey, my papa don't die. Oh. Now I enter university, now my papa die. Who go pay my school fees now? My own don't finish. They be by me. So, yeah. The lesson in that is that don't use alcohol or any banner or anything to cope. It doesn't work. It aggravates your feelings. It will make your emotions more raw. You will see more clearly. Okay, you call it akpateshi. Oh, covenant. Okay, covenanted worship. I see. Yeah. Number 6, give it time. Time heal all wounds. Yeah, it might not seem like it now, my people. Whatever you are going through now, give it time. It might not seem like it, but time is a great healer. Okay? I'm talking about my dad today now, and I'm talking about something that happened over 20 years ago. And I can laugh about it. Okay? So it's like that. Time is a healer, but just give it time. Just give it time. Time is a great healer. It might not seem like that now, but trust me, time is fantastic when you are dealing with any kind of pain. Then sleep. Finally, number 7, try to get regular sleep, stay active, and eat well. Hmm. Hmm. When you dey go through things, food is the last thing that you want to eat. You will not even want to eat. You will just be thinking about it. You'll be rehashing what has happened over and over and over and over again. But, scientists are telling us that we should try not to, we should eat and get some, yeah. Alcohol will make you emotional, abi. Hey, I like my lesson, oh. Yeah. So I have a few things I want to share. I'm going to share my screen with you guys before I share my link for people to contribute because I want people to call in. We are looking at how can we help our brothers to manage rejection. How? How we fit help? We need to help. That's what we are here for. At this point that we are now, we must help. We need to help because we cannot just be quiet. You know how many times we don't share this story? We don't dare here, we don't shout, we don't do everything. We don't scream, we don't say, hey, oh, he delete, oh, this, oh, how the people go, they do this, we go, nothing will never talk. So, I mean, the way I'm being led now is that we need to start looking at how do we avoid it. Let's teach people. Let's start teaching our children. And this is not just mothers alone. No. If you are a father, I am appealing to you. Prepare your children because rejection is part of life. At some point in life, people will be rejected. Failure is part of life. You will fail at some point. How do you handle it? How do you handle it when things don't work? When you give your hand to somebody and you feel like you've done everything and the thing comes back and it seems like it's just come back to bite you. How do you handle it? Okay, that's what we are looking at tonight, guys. Please stay with me. Okay, just bear with me. Let's quickly run through this. Okay, so this is from the insider and it's talking about how breakups can impact you. He's saying breakups can impact you in more ways than you think. And they are talking about the science behind it, why they pain so much. If you don't go through this thing and you go know wetin be breakup, the pain is almost physical. You go to feel am physically. You go to feel am physically. Now you go to feel am. You go the one that say it's the same thing when they talk about, when your parents delete or anything happen to when you lose someone that you love, it dey pain, you go dey feel am. So the science behind it is talking about reasons why breakups are so painful to deal with or to handle. Why are they so tough to handle? Hmm? So it says here that sometimes the end of a relationship can be extra difficult because humans typically crave rational explanations, logical solutions that breakups, don't usually offer. So you go to reflect, they think and say, how can this thing happen to me? After all, we were happy. I love her. I bought a house for her. I did everything for her. Or the woman will be saying, I gave him all my salary. I gave him beautiful children. How can he leave me? How can he say he's not interested anymore? There's no rational explanation to it. That's what the science is saying. Don't look for any rational explanation, no. It happens. Life happens. As you Americans will say, shit happens. It's very, very sad, but it does. Hmm? And it says that in some cases, breaking up feels extra painful because ending a relationship feels like you are losing an investment. Yeah, yeah. You know, people invest in relationship when they feel like it's a lifelong relationship. They invest everything they have into it. Everybody wants good returns on their investment. And when you come to say my investment a bad market, now there the wahala they come oh. Hmm? Now there the wahala they come. I'm going to link this article on the video later on so you can read it in details. It's very, very, very informative. Very, very. So breakups can be very difficult to deal with, especially when you can stir up feelings of rejection. You have to alter your daily routine. It makes you feel generally upset. Mhm. If you ever struggle to get over a split, you know that the post breakup ache is unlikely like any other. Mhm. So, why is ending a relationship so painful? That's what this article is looking at. It says the first point there is that your body can go into fight or flight mode after a breakup. You see, so it's flight or fight or flight. So you go choose one. These are the unexpected things that happen to you. So for this brother what would they talk about tonight now, unfortunately he chose to fight. Obinna, very lovely name. He don't think about him mama, he don't think about him papa, he don't think about beautiful life that he has ahead of him. He couldn't see beyond it. All he can think about is you cannot leave me, my people. So that's one of it. I'm not going to go through the details. You can read it later. Number two is the emotional pain of breaking up. The pain that comes to breaking up, it feels like physical pain. Yeah, I said that before. You don't see that kind of thing where they say you go to feel the pain, you go to feel that inside your body. You go be like say body they pain you. You actually feel it. Okay, that's number two. And the third one is saying going through a breakup can change your brain chemistry. Oh, did you know this? Did you know this? He's saying research has shown that when someone goes into a breakup, they experience a drop in the production of, okay, let me try and call that neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin that are associated with the feeling of pleasure and happiness. I didn't know that. Okay. In the immediate aftermath of a breakup, we are going to experience the abrupt chemical changes also, which is a type of withdrawal, complete with cravings to be united with your exes. This was said by Dr. Bianchi. It says that after your breakup, the brain will enter a state of acute wanting that can make it difficult to focus on anything else. In fact, this relative deficit in the transmitters associated with pleasurable feelings can also give rise to symptoms that resemble clinical depression. This article is very, very rich. I encourage anybody who is going through, even if you're not going through, just read it. You never know. Information is, knowledge is good. Knowledge is very, very good. Knowledge is power. It equips you. All right. So, so if you are going through a breakup, it is extremely important that you monitor your mental health. Mental health, monitor it and seek professional help. Professional help. Unfortunately, our people know they like professional help because sometimes professional help you have to pay. We know they like to pay for anything. We want free stuff all the time. If you feel like you need and if it's become difficult for you to function day to day, I beg, no joke. We they use money buy things, we they buy shoes, we they buy clothes, we they buy houses, we buy cars. You need to use spend money sometimes to fix yourself. And the next one is that the pain of rejection can also be rooted in basic survival instincts. This one, it just hit home because if you listen to someone like Pastor Kingsley on YouTube, he's always talking about how men are. He's always talking about how men are hunters. Men like to hunt. They have the animalistic instinct of hunting. So if you are, you are a man and you are in a mode of surviving, you have survival instincts all the time and you feel like you've lost something, that animalistic instinct they will kick in that, oh, this thing that I've hunted, I've gotten, how I go tell lose am. And that's when those negative emotions will come in. Hmm? There's also a lot of science and biology behind it. Hmm? Okay. So please read this. I'm going to link it when we finish. Mhm. And people are looking for rational explanation, logical solutions. Breakup don't offer anything. Sometimes they make sense. It doesn't make sense. You go think, say, why is this happening? They make sense. Okay? They make sense. And it says breaking up can feel like losing an investment. We've gone through that before, you know. Yeah. Sometimes it can make your daily life, very, very demanding, more demanding. You feel like all these ads, the let person see road. I don't know how to close them. I don't want to close them, make it come close the whole page. Now, any website you go for you to even view any content there, they make you watch all these silly ads. So, for a man, for instance, you are used to somebody cooking and cleaning after you and looking after you or having a warm body next to you in bed at night. Guys, please give this a thumbs up if you are enjoying. This is very, very educative. Oh. This is educative. This is not, we are not just here to play. I beg. Thumbs up. I beg una. If you are enjoying this conversation, give it a thumbs up. I beg. A lot of people have joined since we started. If you are used to having a warm body lying next to you during winter, all of a sudden, the prospect of not having that person, see, it says here when a breakup happens, basic things like doing laundry, picking up dry cleaning, or going grocery shopping, things your partner used to do can be missed in the long-term relationship. Often, people experience what looks like memory loss because their partner was responsible for remembering things like phone numbers, addresses, important dates. This was said by Dr. Owens, he told the Insider. Hmm? So recovering from a breakup means that a man is literally altering his whole schedule. Or a woman is literally, you are altering your life completely. And to reclaim your certain chores that you're not used to doing. Maybe if you are the provider, all you did was work and bring home money, and the other partner was the one doing the house chores and everything. It can be tough. And it can become a very serious heartache for you or headache for you. All right. So these are some of the things that we need to consider when we are looking at dealing with breakup. Okay. This is why it hurts. It hurts like this. There's a reason why it hurts like this. This is why. Finally, I have this one, an article to share with you. Is from the Good Men Project. Okay. I think I found this really, really interesting and also very, 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 I think it's a very, very rich article, right? And it's talking about what to do if the divorce, when going through a very messy one, A messy one. If you are going through a messy one, what do you do? How do you handle it? That's what it is talking about. If you are going through a messy one, how do you handle it? Custody battle is one of the things that always cause wahala. You want to take my children away from me. You don't want me to see my children. Some people cannot handle it. They can't handle it. It's more painful to them because they are very attached, which they should, to their children. So, avoiding, custody, the wahala that comes with custody and messy divorce. Let me just run through this very quickly. Again, I'm going to pin it in the comment section when the show is over so you can have a quick read. And the first point there, it says, is that hire a lawyer. Okay? Hire a lawyer. Let me go through the commentary before I read. I said divorce is difficult for everyone involved in it. The dissolution of your marriage can give rise to strong passions. You may find yourself in constant conflict with your spouse over everything, from the causes of the divorce to the arrangements to be made thereafter. Okay, because there's always that stage where you are blaming. It's your fault. The other person will say it's your fault. It's you. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. Okay, always blaming. And then the arrangements to be made, especially when there are children involved. There's property or assets involved. So if the two of you have children together, there will have to be some settlements about custody, visitation, child support, etc. For the sake of your well-being and your dignity and sanity, you should do your utmost to avoid an ugly custody battle. That's what the Good Men Project is saying. These people, they know what they are saying. Listen to them, please. Do your best to avoid it. It doesn't end well. Even if you and your ex do not get along, even if you believe you are being unreasonable or they are being unreasonable in their aspect of, the divorce settlement, you should try to maintain moderation and calm when it comes to your children. And here are some tips to avoid an ugly custody battle. The first one is to hire a good lawyer. Okay? Somebody that can give you advice. What do you do? What are the options that you have? Okay? Where do you stand? Maybe you can have some mediation if it's possible. Anything to avoid deletion. That's what we are looking at. Okay? Number two, communicate and negotiate. You need to communicate as hard as it is. Very, very difficult to communicate with somebody that you are breaking up with. But without negotiation and communication, whether by email, even if you don't talk, whether by text messages or email, then it can be wahala. This one, number three, talks about being active in your children's life. And it says that you should put the well-being of your children first. Okay? And you can see there's something about Obina that I'm going to bring out on this point, because you could see that he took the baby. He took the 3-year-old baby. That means he actually cares about his children. He took the baby to a hotel to say, I'm coming. But unfortunately, he never came back. But he didn't think it through. If he was thinking it through without allowing himself to be clouded or his judgment to be clouded by anger and negative emotions, he would have thought about, okay, if this pikin grow up, which story you go hear about me if I do this? You would have considered that boy or the children in the marriage to say, I don't want my children to grow up to go hear this kind of story. Stay now, me when be their papa, and I delete their mama. This is what happens when you cannot manage your emotions. You cannot manage your anger. So he's saying here that you should demonstrate that their welfare, that's your children's welfare, is your primary concern by being present in their life. And even if you no longer live in the family home, you should try to keep up with your children's school events, other activities like sports, play days, other social and special events. Pick them up from school when you can and be on time. Okay? When you collect them from your exes, this will help to prove to the court that you are loving and you are a responsible parent. More importantly, it will help you to maintain a bond between yourself and the children. And I know a lot of brothers here will come in and say, but their exes don't allow them access to the children. Okay, let me take a minute to talk about that. I always say to women, except he poses a risk to the children, please do not deny fathers from having access to their children. I don't support it. But if you are running because you need to be in safety, and your safety, if you feel like there's a risk of him having access to you and the children, then it's a different thing. But as long as there is no risk involved, some women are malicious and they use the children to punish their exes, especially if it was the one that left the marriage. Please don't do it, my sisters. I'm begging you. If your relationship is bad, no matter what he do, he's cheating, oh, he did this to you, he lied to you. If he's a good father and your safety is not in question, allow him to see his children. Do not take a man's children away, oh, except your safety is in question. Mhm. All right, that's what I'm going to say on that. I always advocate for parents not to deny each other access to children, except there are safety issues. Okay, and this leads me to the fifth point. He said, "Do not use custody as punishment. Do not use it as punishment." Some people, they use custody. Say, okay, you want to end the relationship, Let me see how you are going to see your children, or I will take everything you own. I'm going to collect everything from you. I will take you to the cleaners. All that money where you see say you get your house, I go collect them from you. I will leave you with nothing. Mhm. Any relationship when children don't enter, please let's be careful. Okay, let's be careful so that we don't become malicious. Some people are very, very malicious. That's why now that place now in the forgiveness comes in. No, I know say we dey always talk about forgiveness, and some people will say, no, I will never forgive. I will never forgive. Kilo day. If God can forgive us, with everything that we do daily, give it to God. Just give it to Him. Don't punish your exes, please. Don't. I know it hurts, but you get why. I'm just going to leave it there. You get why, you. There's a reason. There's a reason. Okay? Let me run through it now because of time. The sixth one is talking about, keep third party involvement to a minimum. Okay? So it's only the people that you know that they can actually help in the process, not the people that will escalate it. There are some people, if you tell them, it will make it worse. All right? So it's only the people that you feel that you know their hearts. And you get why, Obio. You get why. Number 7, follow all court instructions. If you not done dey court already, please follow, obey. Just listen in my heart, but follow all court instructions. Very, very important. And I'm going to reiterate again. Do not deny. Sisters, this is for you, because most times now we dey get the children when relationship end. No deny man access to him children, no. And all they support that kind of behavior. Mhm. If he's a good father, no matter what happened between the two of you, as long as you are not at risk, allow him access to his children. I do not support women using children to punish their exes. Ọwọ́ mi ò sí ńbẹ̀. I will never support anything like that. No. Because the children didn't ask to be born. They were not there when you were doing lovey-dovey. When they do, I love shaking me. So don't use them as pawns in your divorce, in your messy divorce. Whatever happens, do not use your children as, some they go they instigate the children against their papa. Some women, you go they see that they incite the children against their papa. They go they tell the children, they fill their mind with what happened between them. That is wrong. Sisters, please don't do that. You are damaging your children if you do that. Leave children out of your divorce. No spoil. No go call your children. Sit down, they tell them, say, hey, you see what your papa do? That your papa, see what he do. No. Leave them out of it. Children are very observant. Whatever happens, they are likely to even know. They are likely to know, but don't call them and fill their head with nonsense about the issues. All right? Don't fill their head with issues, because you are also harming them. You know? Yeah, don't. Grace is saying that most abusive men are not good father. Let's face it. If you love your children, you won't even be harming and being violent in front of your children. That's not true, actually. That's not true. There are different sides of people. All right. Grace, I disagree with you, but your point is valid. But I tell you something, there are different kinds of human beings. You will see some people, and it doesn't follow that all mothers are good mothers. Again, all right? It's not all mothers are good mothers. Let's just put it out there. Don't think that all mothers are nurturing. Sometimes mothers are even worse. It depends on the situation or the parents. And let me tell you something about because you raised it about fathers. A father is different from a husband. Some people can be very bad husband. They are terrible husbands. Some men can be very terrible husband. They are not emotional available. They were abusive. They were doing this. But yes, the side of father, mhm, they are when it comes to fathering their children, parenting their children, they be angels. If you see them with their children, you will not believe. So that's why I'm saying that it is possible, to have somebody who may not have been a good husband, but is also a good father. Mm. All right. I don't talk 1 hour. Okay, I don't tire to talk. I'm sharing my link now. I think you get the message. Let me share my link and let's come in and talk about what we are talking about is how do we avoid people being emotional about breakup? What can you do? Practical tools. I shared some already. That's why I went, out of the way to share quite a bit about that. But what can we do? How can we help equip our children as parents, or help to teach our brothers how to rejection. If you are rejected, like Obina was rejected, this beautiful, beautiful woman called Tangela said, I'm not doing it again. Obina flip. Obina said, lie, I'm not taking it. And at the end of the day, 3 people were deleted. How do we handle our mental, emotional health to make sure that when rejection comes, when divorce comes, when breakups come, that we don't get to this extent? That's what we're talking about tonight. And please, I want your contribution to be along that line. And remember, use the word delete. No, use the G word because of the platform. Let's just be, sensitive about this platform so that I don't get wahala with them again. All right, Bio, you are number one in the studio. You're welcome, my brother.
Auntie B, thank you very much. Let me once again join the many of your viewers that will say to you that we appreciate all that you do, sharing knowledge with us today, useful um, materials you have shared on this platform today. So hopefully we'll have time to go back and look at those materials very well because we all need it. So, taking a cue from what you've said and identified various things here, I want to say that while we all agree, of course, no doubt, there's no justification for causing pain or deleting anybody, regardless. So, but we must also know our sisters out there, our brothers out there must also know that there are not so many persons that are balanced, too many sick people out there,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So, this is why it is important. At least this can be something else to watch out for when choosing life partners. I know nobody ever sees it, but also it would be nice at this point for those who are not married yet to look out, or even if you are married, but look out for signs of someone who cannot accept rejection. Some of these characters you can see it. Some see it maybe during relationship, they think it's fun or something. You meet a guy who cannot take rejection or something, you should see it as a red flag, you know. So it could be a beautiful thing in the other way. Oh, he loves me so much. Without me, he cannot do this. But at the end of the day, God forbid if you too don't love him, can he ever stay on his own? In this case, I unconfirmed reports from people that said they know him, especially his classmates, on this specific issue. Um, Said he's more, though has Nigerian parents, one parent from Nigeria, something like that, but it's
Yeah,
more of an American descent.
I
And we
see.
know that in this country that we
Mm-hmm.
live in,
Mm,
we are so much concerned about two things. Again, so many sick people out there. Number two,
mm-hmm.
access to arms is very easy, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
So if you live in an environment like this, you should
Yeah,
know that sometimes it takes just a minute for the brain to think the wrong thing and act. And
yeah,
after acting, you cannot undo what have been done,
yeah,
right? So if you we know understand this, then we should be very sensitive. Every minute counts. We should avoid speaking words that promote, because you don't really need to have the problem. All the things you shared today, you don't really need to we don't need to have the problem to learn. We can use it to help the other person, you
yeah,
understand?
yeah,
Like, for instance, you already know what it is for someone to be broken and of low esteem, or that has mental issue, and you're having issue with this person. Even what you were not going to do, you go to talk calm. Some people, they are mad too sharp. I'm not saying all women, don't get me wrong. Out of
mm-hmm.
anger, we
Mm-hmm.
all speak. I
Mm,
can say, what we do back home. You remember when somebody's angry, even what you will not do, you will say it. You say, come better. If you ever see this speaking, not call me so
yeah,
person. You know what
yeah,
I'm trying to say?
yeah,
Even if that is what you wish for or what you want to do, or what you are not even going to do, but you're just saying it, but you're promoting the anger of the next person. Do you
yeah,
understand?
absolutely,
And at the end of the
absolutely.
day, in
Mm-hmm.
this event, the
Mm-hmm.
guy makes sure that in a bad way, that he end the grandma and the deleted the grandma and the wife.
Yeah,
So, and two, even people cannot accept rejection. It's not because they're going to get it. Because if you delete what is rejecting you, are you still going to get what you delete? No, you are
no,
not going to get it.
yeah,
But it's a
yeah,
question of, if I don't have it, no one else can have it, right? So when he took the custody, the little kid, they said also from unconfirmed source, like I said again, that
mm,
this issue have been there, and most the line of anger, or whatever, was about custody, which you talked about in that your article as well. you know
mm,
so that was why he took the baby out, and
mm,
make sure he delete even the one that might end up coming to collect the baby, even if he delete himself. Do you understand
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And say,
mm,
nobody from your family, no female from your lineage will get this custody right. So therefore, he went ahead and deleted the two and left the baby with somebody in the hotel, and said, hold on, I'm coming, before coming back. So thank you very much, for all you do, and also, please, in conclusion, like I said, it's not about condemnation. We're not accusing anybody. Men do it. Some men do it. Some women do it too. Out of anger, let us control our mouth.
yeah.
According to Auntie B, he get why.
It gets why, oh, it gets why. Thank you so much, Brabio.
All
Really
right. Thank you.
appreciate you, my brother. Have a good afternoon over there. God bless you. Okay, I'm going to take another brother. We have brother Patrick in the building. Good afternoon, sir. Unmute yourself, brother Patrick. Hello, brother Patrick. You are muted. Okay, I think brother Patrick has not unmuted himself. So while we are waiting for him to unmute because of time, I'm going to go to Ify. Hello, darling. Are you back? Unmute yourself, Ify.
Hey,
Everybody's
Auntie
muted.
B, how are
Hi,
you?
sweetheart. Are you back?
Oh yeah, Auntie B, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. How was Ninja? Sweetheart, are you back?
Oh yeah, Auntie B, can you hear me?
Mute your YouTube,
How
sweetie.
was Ninja? Oh yeah, let me unmute my YouTube. Sorry. Okay, can you hear me now, Auntie B?
Better, yeah. How was your trip?
I'm not going to visit Nigeria again until the next 30 years.
Jesus, that was so definite.
Yes, I'm not
What
going to.
happened? Was that bad?
It was, I don't know, like
Oh my God.
spend half of my time in the traffic.
Oh, I'm
Lagos,
sorry. You went
Lagos.
to Lagos. That's why. Lagos is horrible with traffic.
Yeah, my mom has a house in Lagos, and I thought, well, why would I? I mean, where else would I stay? And yeah, I mean, half of my time was in traffic. I
Oh,
realized that we clearly have leaders who know what solution to provide, but they would not provide such solution.
oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Auntie
Nigeria
B.
issue. If we go into it, we'll not live here today.
Yes,
Anyway,
so
I'm glad that you went and you came back safely.
yeah,
Welcome back.
yes, that's something to be thankful for. So thank God for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, Auntie B, I've been first. I want to thank you for bringing this story to fore. I also want to thank BO for enlightening one of the major problems that we have here in America, access to G.
yeah.
I got in like yesterday, although my brain still thinks I'm in Nigeria, so I still feel like so that's one major problem we have. And
Yeah,
when you know that there are so many people who are unstable around,
yeah,
watch what you say.
yeah,
So I agree with B on that. The second thing, the one fundamental thing that I want to outline is the loss of family structure. It makes me wonder, this our Nigerian brother, where is his father? Did he have any extended family members? Did he have friends that he talked to? People have become so ostracized in today's society that we tend to keep things to ourselves. We don't share. Imagine if this guy had told somebody what he wanted to go and do. I'm sure somebody must have said, "Don't do it, don't do it," or somebody must have called, the police to say, "Hey, somebody just called me now and they said they wanted to do something very, very dangerous." Somebody must have talked some sense into him. In today's society, especially for those of us who live abroad, which I refuse to do, I have decided I'm going to keep surrounding myself with friends that I share every little detail with. People, I mean, I chat with my friend in the UK every day. You would think we live in America together. People need friendship. People need people to share things with. Our society has become so individualistic that people feel like, hey, I can handle this by myself. Although I listened to all the articles, everything you shared in the articles that you read today, and of course they said, well, avoid bringing third party in. Sometimes third party can be good in this kind of instance when somebody is losing their minds
I
and
agree.
thinking, okay, I'm going to go do something stupid right now.
Mm-hmm,
Imagine if there was somebody, a third person, there
mm-hmm,
who was there to call this guy to order. That's
mm-hmm.
number one. We need to make good friendships with people. We need to form a bond with people around us. Enough of just, shutting the door on ourselves and saying, well, it's just me and my wife. I mean, you should have friends that you share things with. Another salient point that I want to outline is, I think we should start teaching kids from when they are young that, hey, life is a tough road. People, not everyone that's going to like you, everyone's not going to love you. Someone's going to wake up and say, well, I don't like you anymore. So what do you do at that point? How do we raise kids to accept rejection? We need to start it. They teach us everything. They teach us math, they teach us science. Nobody teaches us about emotional health, except for now when things are getting a little better. People are paying attention to mental health. But for those of us who have grown beyond that phase where you literally go to school and maybe there's a mental health class, we need to also understand that, see, rejection will come. Rejection will come, but we also need to intentionally build a support system around
Yeah,
it. This is
mm-hmm,
a very tricky matter to discuss, Auntie B. It's very deep.
yeah,
There's no one solution to it. There's no one idea on how to make it better. But
yeah.
but one thing we can do is surround ourselves with friends and share. Talk to people about how you're feeling. I know a friend who is going through depression right now, and all through the time I was in Nigeria, I was just thinking about her. And so I would call sometimes and I'll say, hey, how are you? How are you doing? This is me checking to make sure that she has not deleted herself.
If you,
Because,
you know why I like Nigeria?
yeah, tell me, Auntie B.
I like Nigeria because it's an open society
Yes, it is. No
and
doubt.
you are never isolated in that
Mm,
society.
mm,
That's
mm.
what I love the most.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have people around you all constantly.
Too many. Too many. They become a
They are in
burden
your
sometimes.
face. They come to your house uninvited.
Yes.
So how you gonna feel? You got church, you got parties, you got
Mhm.
ceremonies, you got
Absolutely.
family, Nigeria is people everywhere.
Yeah,
And that is
absolutely.
what I personally struggled when I came to Obodo. I told my husband, I said, lie, there's no way I'm staying here. My younger sister, for that reason, till today, I tried to make her stay in the UK so that we will be two of us at least.
But she
She
didn't stay.
managed to stay after she finished her master. She ran. She said, lie, not
Mhm.
me and you. I'm not staying.
Absolutely. It
For the
is
same reason, she said it's too lonely.
too lonely. Yeah, too lonely. Too lonely.
Nigeria is so open. People come into your house,
Yeah.
they laugh with you, they will talk. Neighbors, you talk to people constantly. But here, it
Mm.
is so freaking isolated in the
They-
diaspora. And that is part of the reasons.
Yes, yes. Mental health problem is more pronounced in this part of the world because people literally stick to themselves. And another thing that I want to outline, Auntie B, is that there are some people are created from, made from different threads. There are some people who are absolutely dependent. The way God made them, it's as if it's hard for them to just manage to be by themselves. I mean, I've seen it. I have seen an elderly woman who chases men like one man just winks at her. She lives in Canada, but if a man winks at her in Atlanta, she's on the plane to go give him $10,000 because he asked for it. Or there's one man winking at her in Nigeria, she's on the plane. So there are some people that are dependent. That's how they're made.
She has that kind of money to give out.
Oh, she gives it out. I mean, I know her very well. I'm not going to mention her name. But
Really?
so I have sat down and wondered, she's in her 50s. She
And
has kids. She
so
has kids.
she needs someone. She just
He's
needs
just
someone.
dependent. And there are people
Hmm.
like that. This guy, I mean, BO mentioned that it could have been a custody thing. We don't know. That could be a speculation, right?
Yeah,
But
I suspect that could be why, because
mm,
the single action that he took the baby out to go and put
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, yeah.
That tells me something about who that the Obina was.
And you can tell that Obina was not thinking straight
No,
because
no, no,
Obina
no,
handed
no.
that baby to a stranger, a
Yes,
total
he
stranger.
wasn't. Definitely, he wasn't thinking straight.
Because when they are in that situation, they're not thinking straight anymore. And
Yeah.
unlike Obinna, where custody might just be the problem. For some people, it's just like, man, I can't stay here without you. If I
Mm-hmm.
don't have you, nobody will. And so let us delete ourselves. Let everybody delete and
That's the
everybody
cuckoo
go.
end now.
Yeah. So custody might be a thing. You outlined all these points as I listened to all the articles you read. Custody is an issue. Another thing is people being absolutely dependent on people. I mean,
Yeah.
I am single. I live in America, and you would see the look when people see you. They're like, "Oh, how are you able to wake up in the morning?" And I'm like, "Seriously?" And the truth is, there are some people who
I open my eyes. That's how I wake up in the morning.
exactly they can't live by themselves alone, so they
Yeah.
just spoil
That's
everything.
that's actually a problem.
It is a
If you
problem. It's a mental
Yeah,
problem. It's
it
a
is a
mental
problem.
problem.
If you
Yeah,
cannot be independent as
yeah,
an adult, a full-grown adult,
yes.
and you always feel dependent, you know why?
Hmm.
Because at some point everybody will leave you.
Yes. Oh, how did you know that, Auntie B?
How
See,
will I
even
not know that?
you
We
know
have
that.
we
But
two of our children have left the house already.
that's what I'm talking
One is
about.
about is one leg to go.
You see what I'm talking about?
So
So
even
you see,
if you are married, you have children, at some point they will leave you. Your children will leave
yes,
you.
they will. They will. And even somebody who's been married. I mean, the Queen of England has been married to her husband for what, almost 70 years, and the guy
Yeah.
is gone now.
So
The
you
Queen
need
is
to
by
be
herself.
okay by yourself. Whether,
Absolutely.
yes, Gigi is talking
Absolutely.
about separation anxiety,
Mm,
which is
yes,
a real thing that you were
it
talking
is.
about now. How am I going
No,
to survive without this person?
absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? This breakup thing and all of that, I've said it. If you have chopped breakfast once and you survived it, you will have a natural shock absorber. For me, I mean, I could literally write a book on how to survive a breakup. I have experienced one breakup that almost made me delete myself once. And
Wow.
after going through that, I'm like, nothing else is coming my way that will ever make me think of deleting myself. I think
No.
once people have experienced it once, I tell you, they will survive anything that comes their way.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some people though that will never survive it, whether they experience 10 breakfasts
Yes.
in their
Yes.
lifetime, they will keep wanting to do something
Mm-hmm.
stupid. But the
Mm-hmm.
truth is, I mean, the family structure has to be looked at. Obinna must have had cousins, right? I mean, I know I'm an Igbo girl, and so I know that cousins are a thing. I mean, I saw enough when I went to Lagos. Cousins are a thing. So where were his cousins?
But
Were
this
those
part of the
cousins
world, again, that's an issue. Everybody
yeah,
is so busy.
busy? Yeah, busy. Yeah,
We are
I mean,
so busy. Nobody has time
absolutely.
to visit anybody. I mean, when
Yeah.
was the last time you visited your friends in America?
Oh
Even
yeah.
those that you live in the same city with. When
Oh
was the
yeah.
last time?
That's a thing. That's the
You need
thing.
to be intentional about, seeing people, even your
Absolutely.
family and your friends,
Absolutely.
because you
Absolutely.
are just so busy. There's no time.
Yeah. The world has gone to the dogs. I'm sorry to say that. Because I mean, with all the technology that we have, you would think it would bring people close together.
So
But
most of the time now, our friends are online. Our family, we see them online. That's where
absolutely.
we talk.
Yes, that's it. That's how
Which is
people
even
connect.
on itself a problem because you don't have that connection that,
Absolutely.
just seeing someone in your face smiling. I mean, I have my girlfriends over the other day,
Hmm.
and they all came,
Hmm.
and you would not believe what we did. We
Yeah.
had an adult pajamas night.
Ha ha. That's what I'm talking about.
I had like six of my girlfriends came over and we
Hmm.
spent the night together in my new house all by ourselves. It was
That's
divine.
that's what I'm talking about. And
We
people
ate,
should do
we
this more.
drank, we played, we prayed, we
Yeah.
did. Oh my God. I was like, we have to do this more often. Even if it means going, to, Airbnb or wherever, going to a hotel. It was so
Yeah.
rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they were going, I was like, oh, you people shouldn't go. Don't go. It was so nice.
Besides meeting, seeing my mom though, and also seeing some family members, I was in a hurry to leave Nigeria, but there was something that I took with me. I mean, I came back to America with frames of pictures. I'm not even talking about soft copies, frames, enlarged. I think, Nigerian artists have gone another level, the dimension they've gone. They will do 3D photos of you, and
Oh
you'll be like,
yeah.
oh
Oh
my
yeah.
gosh.
Ninja.
So,
Don't play
yeah,
with Ninja. Oh.
absolutely. My luggage
Hmm.
was filled with pictures that have been
Wow.
framed, large ones.
It
That's what
is
I came
well.
back with. And that's the most important part of that trip. Just being with family, seeing myself amongst them, taking pictures with them. We have to go back to those olden days where we connect. Where we connect. We are in a woke generation where they say, oh, don't talk about that with these people and blah blah blah. We need to start talking. Let's go back to those days because all this madness was not plenty in those days because people were talking to each other. We need to
Adama, what did Bio say? Say, brother Bio say his wife can't have pajamas party with her friends, so.
go on and joke. Oh, come for me.
Bio, don't start, oh. We are talking very seriously now. Don't start. What do you mean your wife cannot have pajamas party? What is wrong with pajamas party?
No,
Eh?
if it's
You
just
don't
for
know.
women,
Sometimes as adults, you need to behave like children.
absolutely.
It's
Everybody has
very
a
important
right.
that you still bring out that child in you.
Yeah,
I'm 50
everybody has
years
a
old, but
child
I
in them.
still, you bring that part out, and it's so much. There's the joy.
You
It's
feel you
fantastic.
feel
Let
invigorated.
me tell you something. One of my friends who is listening now, I'm sure she's listening. She knows I always talk about her. I'm not going to. Her name shall remain unknown.
Yeah.
Oh, she's an early riser. She knows how to
Mm,
wake up 4 a.m. She can wake
mm,
up and she start doing things before 7. This woman is an early riser. She's an
mm,
Igbo girl. I
mm.
love her to bits. She's fantastic.
Wow.
So by the time we got to the house and everybody, we started eating, we did everything we needed to do. By 9 o'clock or 10, she started sleeping. You know what we did? We started videoing her. She was sleeping on the floor. We were taking her pictures and videoing her and sending it to the group for those who couldn't come to see. And she'll wake up and say, are you people taking my picture? We will laugh, laugh, laugh. It was so much
And
fun.
those little things, they
It
matter.
was so much fun.
Those
We
little
had
things
such an
matter.
amazing
Every,
time. Honestly.
every, yeah, everybody's trying to form, oh, I'm serious, I'm busy, I have levels and things like that. We have to just
We
let
cooked
our guards down.
together, we played music, we danced, we were telling stories,
Yeah.
catching up. And you
Yeah.
know what? We do that, not, we meet up like that very regularly
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
each other's homes.
That's amazing.
Even if we don't sleep, we just, we talk. Women,
That's amazing.
only
That's
us
amazing.
women. We
That's
talk.
amazing.
Anybody, if you have issues, we talk about it. We give each other advice. We
Yeah.
hug. We,
Yeah.
we talk. It is so rewarding. That's like that network that I have is super important to me in my life at this moment because those ladies, oh
Mm.
my God, they hold me up.
You have to hold it together. I mean, I just want to cite one thing about friendship. The latest justice of the United States Supreme Court. I remember when she was nominated to the court and when she was confirmed, there were three women that had been friends for a long time. And you see the story that they shared about each other. I mean, they're all professional, big shots here in America. Their best friend was becoming a justice of the United States Supreme Court. But you can tell that I can wonder. I sat down and I wondered how would our life have been without these three friends. The
Imagine.
way they
Thank
handled
God for friends.
friends are
Some
important.
friends, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
wish
not to say
Obina
that you will not still
had,
have friends that will break your
yeah,
heart
I
at
wish
some
Obina
point.
had one, and I also wish that Tangela, the lady, had friends who would have advised her and said, "Don't say anything sensitive just yet,"
And
because
that's another thing I was going to bring out in this story.
absolutely.
Women, a lot of women who are
Mm,
going through DV or who are experiencing DV, they are not aware of the risk they are in.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely,
Women take it
absolutely.
for granted. He
Mm,
won't do it.
mm,
Nothing went to me. How do
Hmm.
you? I've seen a woman that reached out to me once upon a time when we went to Germany to visit one of our aduke. I don't know how many of you remember her story. Gigi and I went to Germany, and this lady was chatting with me. She lives in the UK. She said that she's living at home with her husband, and they are in court for divorce.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
said, I don't understand it.
Hmm.
How are you divorcing and you are living together? I said, are you sleeping together? He said, once in a while. I said, my sister. What? I said, what kind of divorce is this? I don't understand.
What kind of divorce is that? You know, there's something Omoye said here about, friends are important, but you have to be careful. I mean, for me, if I this is how I pick my friends. If I cannot be down to earth around you, if I
And
cannot
be
be
vulnerable with
I'm
you. That's the
vulnerable
word,
with
to be
you. Yeah.
vulnerable.
If you expect me to be doctor, to be a PhD holder around you 100%, you can't be my friend because there are sometimes I want to bring out my Lagos self and be razzed like Pasuma and be razzed like Kwamwan. If you're not going to take that part of me and you expect me to be a PhD 100% every day, you can't be my friend.
Could it work? Could
So
it
those
work?
will it work? I will speak Yoruba.
Mm,
You don't expect me to speak Queen's English every day. If
no.
you cannot tolerate that part of me and allow
As
me
friends, you need to be able to yab each other, to play, to go anywhere with each
exactly.
other.
If you're
It's
not
all
playing,
love. And if
exactly,
you are blessed to have a circle, like that, like I am, oh my God, it's the
exactly,
best thing.
yeah.
Because
So
again, even for people that are married, your husband can't always be everything for you.
absolutely. Oh my goodness,
You
that is
cannot
just
depend on your husband. Oh, every time is the only one.
that is
The
true.
man has his own things. He has his own life. He has
Yeah.
his own hobbies. He has his own. You need to have a life outside your spouse.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is something that I have married friends too. And I intentionally go for married friends who are not bothered about the fact that I'm single. If you're going to rub it in my face all the time, I'm taking a walk. But those friends, whether they are married or single, you feel calm around them. You can tell them just about anything. Those are the kind of friends people should be looking out for. The world has become so dangerous, no doubt.
Yeah,
But we have to
yeah,
be intentional with finding friends that we
absolutely.
can be down to earth
Mm,
with, that we can share things with. I wish
thank
Camilla had
you.
friends who told her,
Mm,
don't say that. I mean, just pretend and play along,
yeah, or run. Don't
or
stay
run,
here.
or
Yeah,
run. Yes. So
run. Go and hide for now because
exactly. So and to
if
me,
you've
yeah,
already noticed that he's got anger issues, then run.
yeah,
Don't stay there.
don't stay there. Use
Don't let him
wisdom.
have access to you because if he's got anger, anything
Absolutely.
can happen.
Absolutely,
Mm.
absolutely. And so I mean, the crux of my point here is people have to have friends on both sides. Whether you're the one who is being served the breakfast or the
Family or friends, yeah, both
family
of them.
friends.
If you don't, some people are blessed to have all their family, a lot of their family members. They can also uphold you. They can also hold you
Absolutely.
up when you are going through,
Right.
difficult situation. Just have
Yeah.
people who you
Right.
trust and love around you.
Right, absolutely, Auntie B. I'm just
Mm.
gonna, it's so nice to be back.
Welcome back.
I was telling my mom, I said, which kind of country be this? Like you're leaving your country, and you're like, thank God I'm leaving. Oh, so I'm happy to be back in America.
Is you know what I say? When I'm counting my blessing, I can't. One of them is the ability to leave Nigeria when I
Oh my
want.
gosh. I used to be so
Yeah.
arrogant about it, but Father, forgive me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. After going to Nigeria and coming back, I'm like, God, please forgive me for being very arrogant about it.
Thank you,
But thank you. Thank
Ify.
you, God. And to be, thank you so much. I'll let
All
other
right,
people
my
share.
darling.
Have a wonderful
Hmm.
one.
All
Bye.
right, sweetie. Bye. Thank you. Welcome back. I'm glad you are safe. Kay, you are next, but your internet is not good. So I'm going to jump to Ola. Fix your internet, Kay. So I come back to you. Okay, now your internet is good. I'll come to you in a minute. Ola.
Auntie, how far?
Oh,
Can you hear
okay.
me?
Oh, báwo ni? Mo ń gbọ́ ẹ. I can hear.
Shout out to the Obodo family. This is Ola, the same Ola and Ola.
Thank you.
Good.
Ola and Lola.
Yeah, it's me. I know I have a different name up there, but anyway, I'm only up here to say one thing, right? For this topic, because you did a fantastic job with some of the stuff you covered earlier, in terms of breakup, right? How to handle breakups. But I'm only here to talk to the gentlemen that may be listening to me. We live in 2022. It can happen to you. As in the divorce part, your wife can turn around and say, hey, for reasons that she may not even understand, even herself, I want a divorce.
Yeah.
I want to tell you I want to suggest a response for you. And you should pre-plan it. Not because you're planning for bad things, but you should just have this at the back of your mind. Because we're having a situation here where somebody lost his mind.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't exonerate him from the fact that it's still a crime. If your wife asks you for divorce, You drink water, you sit down, you say, okay, I understand. You're not going to pretend like you didn't know that there was a breakdown in your relationship.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
happen overnight.
yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. So even if you feel like it's completely overnight, because a lot of men will turn around and say, hey, this happens so overnight, like everything just happened, like she just turned. No, that's usually not how it happens. But let's just even assume that's how it happens. At least you've heard me say it now. The answer is, okay, I understand. I promise you, heaven will not fall out of the sky that day. Nothing is going to end that day. As a matter of fact, there's a good chance she's expecting you to overreact like you normally overreact. The best gift you can give yourself in that moment in time is to throw a spin into it. For once, just say, hey, okay, I understand. Drink water, sit down, go take a nap, shower. Trust me, it won't end. This world won't end that day.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Don't even try to figure it out. Don't go on Google searching for stuff. Don't try to call anyone because they may have their own biases. Don't try to answer your own questions. Right? If you're going to pray, don't pray that God should keep your wife with you. Just pray to just worship.
Peace. Yeah, just ask for peace.
Yeah. That's all I'm here to say, because you did a fantastic job earlier. I just want you
Thank
to do
you.
that
What do
real
you have
quick.
to say about? I pinned a comment. I want you to address it. Someone said, "Dear Black women, stop using anti-father law and feminist family courts to steal Black men's house, children, money, and his peace of mind. If you don't want to delete."
So that I know exactly where that sentence is coming from. That statement is coming from. That statement is a bunch of generalized nonsense.
Well, I like
Yes,
you so
there are
much.
people
I like
going
you.
through that. Yeah. It's a fact. There are people going through that,
Oh my
but
God!
it's
You
still
see
the
the way he
minority.
said, it's in a Black man's house. I
Yeah.
thought when you are married, everything you have is between the two of you. The way you made it sound like it's only one person that owned it.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, if
You
she
know,
bought the house, for instance, before
one
you
of the
married.
problems with these conversations, Auntie Bridget, right? One of the problems with these conversations is that we act like this wasn't a romantic relationship where emotions are involved.
Yeah.
Everybody is caught up in their emotions. We act like we are really that intentional. We're not as intentional as we claim to be. We're just humans. We fell in love. You got your heart stomped all over. So of course, naturally, if you don't prepare for crisis, like crisis will happen in life, you overreact,
Yeah.
and hopefully it won't be this kind of nasty, crazy story, right?
Yeah.
But now I'm telling you that in real life, crisis will happen, and sometimes the way it will hit you, it will almost feel it's impossible for you to survive that day. You know it's going to happen. It doesn't have to come from your wife. It doesn't have to come from. It could be her indirectly. It could be because her mother died and she couldn't handle the emotions of that.
What if you walk into your job one day and you love this job? You think you are good at it. You are an executive, and
Yes.
they fire you without any excuse.
Exactly. So
What are you
what I would say to I know there was a man that posted that. What I would say to that gentleman is this: you need to work on yourself and make sure you don't end up in the court of law. Because if you end up in the court of law, it will be skewed against you by default. The judge has discretion. It doesn't matter what's written in law; they can change the law all they want. The bottom line here is that they don't want to be a part of your business. But if you don't manage your relationship to the extent that you end up in the court of law, all bets are off. In love and war, all is fair, right?
Yeah.
You're asking for fairness. It doesn't exist in romantic relationships. You're on the same team.
That's why that article said there's no rationalization of this thing, why it happened. You can't make meaning, you can't make sense out of it. Try to figure it out.
Exactly. You're on the same team. You're working against yourself. Those of us that tend to think in terms of right and wrong when it comes to these issues, we're instantly wrong. In that moment, you start to think of it as right and wrong. You are instantly wrong because the other person feels they are right too.
Yeah.
So the only way for you to be right now is to make them wrong. So now you're having your team against you. It will backfire. So that's not the solution here. The solution here is very, very simple. If you've had babies with a person, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it's your ex-wife now.
Mm-hmm.
It's in your best interest to nurture your relationship with them, because they will drag you to the mud. Your life will be an array of nonsense. Not because of them, because again, this is what happens when you end up in a court. Yoruba people has a way of saying it, like "Akin lọ sílé ẹjọ́, ká padà wá dọ̀rẹ́," something like that.
Yeah.
What do you expect when you end up in a court? I don't understand. What is this stupid expectations? Unrealistic expectations everywhere. When you end up in a person in a place where they put you in a position where you end up in a court, either you sue or they sue, there's nothing good or nice is going to come out of that. Stop asking for unrealistic expectations. It doesn't exist. Once you end up in that system, it's a wrap. If you can do anything before you get there, nurture your relationship. If she says it's over, I say I understand, it's okay. There are people that have been divorced for 5 years. They came back together because there's really nothing in the streets, to be honest with you. Just let them go. It's one of the hardest things for us to do. Letting go. Just let go.
Thank you, Allah.
Yeah.
You always bring it 100%. You've got wisdom beyond your age.
We,
A
we have
drive
we have
through,
Auntie me,
a
we have
drive
business to conduct. So
wait, oh, a drive through saying, Allah, please talk to Igbo men in Canada and all over the world. It's not me that said it, though. They are listening to you.
I was
And they
watching
say,
that series you did some months ago about Igbo men. It's all over. It's all over. Even white people have the same problem. Have you seen the white manosphere? Oh
well,
Lord.
may God help us.
May God help us.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
We'll
Allah.
talk. We'll talk. Happy birthday in advance. We'll talk soon,
Thank
okay?
you. Somebody say you are High Chief Ola. They've given you a title.
Anyone. I appreciate this family. Thank you guys.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Ola. We love and appreciate you, bro. You are fantastic. You and Lola, you are an amazing team. So Ola and Lola have been on this channel before, and I'm still going to bring them. If you are looking for a marriage that works, if you are looking for a marriage that people are open-minded and willing to talk and willing to negotiate and willing to, they understand the rules of engagement, look no further. And they have a YouTube channel, Ola and Lola. That's their name. Fantastic couple. Thank you so much, Ola. You are an amazing human being. I love you. God bless you. Kay, you are next. What do you have to say? Good evening.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, where are you joining us from?
I'm joining you from Texas.
Oh, yeah. So you're local to this story.
I actually haven't heard about it yet, but when I tuned into the show, that's when I
No.
first heard.
Are you kidding me? How do you live in that area and you haven't heard?
I live in a different city, so I think that may be it, but I did see the Amber Alert, and that's when I was like, could it be related to this story? And it was.
Yes, it
So I
was.
was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh goodness.
Okay. What do you have to say, sweetie?
So I'm quite young, so I don't really know much about divorce, but I did want to speak on the terms of breakups, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Go ahead.
Okay. Um, so definitely breakups can really affect people in many ways, especially for me, because when I went through a breakup, it was heartbreaking. And I think the first thing is to just, in order to not spaz out and to not be in tune with those negative emotions, it's to just first not look for closure. Because, like you said in the article, these kind of things aren't really explained. Like, there's not a reason for it. It's not
Mhm.
logical, so there's no need to look for logic. If there is logic, then that's great. But if your partner doesn't want to tell you that, then you searching for it will only bring more pain. And I think that's what I experienced because I always wanted to look for an answer, but there wasn't an answer
Yeah.
because it just wasn't that. So I
Yeah.
guess the first thing is to just not look for an answer and then
Mhm.
not seek for closure because again, if there's no reason to it, then there's no closure. And then I think the third thing is to just find solace within yourself because friends are great, like a caller mentioned before, but sometimes they won't get the situation. It's more
Mhm.
of you since you were in that situation. So I guess just sitting with oneself and just kind of understanding where you went wrong and also forgiving yourself because people are always like, oh, if I did this, it would have been different. If I did
Yeah.
that, it would have been different. But
Yeah.
if you're not the cause of it, then just forgive yourself and then just try to keep yourself busy and move on, and hopefully it'll be okay because I think when I went through my major breakup, I had a lot of negative emotions that were really pulling me to do negative things,
Mhm.
and it's like Well, I can't afford to do that because I'm not going to go to jail. That's not possible. But
Mhm.
again, I just kind of threw myself into like positive things, like going back to my hobbies. Because in a way, I lost myself in that relationship. The same with, I think married people do that when you're with someone for so long, you kind of lose yourself in that relationship. So I
Mhm.
guess rediscovering your personal hobbies and things that you like,
Yeah.
it really helps and it gets you out of that mindset. And relationships will always happen. If you get out of one, by God's grace, you enter another one, but at least you enter a better person with a better mindset, a
Yeah.
healthy ability to love somebody, to also receive love. So yeah, breakups are hard. They're not going to be easy. And, I feel for the couple that's involved in the situation, but it's never a good outcome when you act on anger and affect
Mhm.
everybody else involved. But yeah,
Thank you. Thank
no
you so much,
problem.
Kay. You are so, 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 so wise. Thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate you.
thank
I
you, Ma.
mean, it was a relationship, but you know what? We live, we learn, and we grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Ma.
So now, because you've had that breakup and you've had that experience now, and I don't pray it ever happens to you again, but already you built up some level of resilience now,
Mm-hmm.
and some what they call in Nigeria, they call it shock absorber.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, Ma.
Shock absorber is that when a shock happens, the thing that will hold you, they will grip you so that you don't feel the impact as much as you should have.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing with us, my darling.
Of course. Thank you, Ma. I
All the
really
best to you
appreciate
going
it.
forward. Okay. Do you know
Thank you,
what?
Ma.
This is the way
Ma?
I see it. When
Mm-hmm.
I was your age, and if I have a heartbreak, somebody dumps me, I say, you know what? You were never even good enough for me.
Oh,
Okay.
period.
Oh yeah, you aren't good enough for me because you see me, I am gold, I am diamond.
Yes.
So somebody better will come along. So all my exes now, you know, they are looking at me now and saying, It's true. I lost a
That's what's up.
diamond. And my sister told me the other day, was like, one of my ex was looking for me everywhere. I said, what is the problem? Why are they looking for me? My sister was like, he was calling her frantically and saying, Are you hearing from your sister? Is she
Oh
okay?
my gosh.
And she was telling me, I said, My sister is fine. She's fabulous. And she was like, Oh, okay, I just wanted to know she's okay. That was
Wow.
an ex that broke and shattered my heart. Thought I would never find a husband.
Oh
And
goodness.
now they
Can
are
you
looking for
imagine?
me. Almost 30 years after. I say, why are you looking for me now? So you know what?
Mm-hmm.
You lost, but you didn't lose. Something
Yes.
better is ahead. Trust me.
Yes, Ma.
He makes all things beautiful in his time.
Yes.
Thank you, my darling.
Of course. Thank you, Ma. Thank you
Bye,
so much.
sweetheart. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I think Brother Patrick has sorted his audio out now. Let's add Brother Patrick. I'm coming to you, Gloria. You are next after Brother Patrick. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my sister. I'm sorry for the other time.
It's all right, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to contribute to you said much, like Ola said the other time. I take time to look at the foundation of everything I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I discover is that some of us coming from Africa to obodooyinbo, we have carryovers of mental and emotional issues
Yeah,
that need to be dealt with
absolutely.
before we get
We
engaged
heal.
or bring
Yeah,
somebody
before
to
we
our
heal.
life. Every
Yeah.
one of us, including me,
Mm-hmm.
yes, at least by God's grace, I've been to court to support somebody that's going through divorce and all those. And I could remember there was a time I had issue with my wife, always arguing, serious when I was in there that we argued, and I have to go to store. Can you believe I went to the store, parked my car, and I left the car running? I was buying somewhere. I said, "Where's my key? Where's my
You
key?"
forgot.
Yes.
Because your mind was not there. You were in another
Yes.
you were in another space.
I never knew I could go through that.
Hmm.
Now the car was, I'll drop everything. I thought maybe somebody had stolen the car. And I saw the car running. I said, oh my God, where I am. So whenever we come here, people always think about money, money, money alone. It's not money. Why don't you take a dose of yourself? Sister Auntie B, there was a time in Nigeria, by God's grace, I lost 4 members of my family in 2 years.
Wow.
Brother and sister.
Hmm.
It was as if the heaven was going to fall. But
That
God
must have
just,
been really difficult.
yes. I'm supposed to be going through therapy if I'm here. And I was involved in everything. I won't tell you how many times I've entered mortuary,
Yeah,
So I've
Marshall.
gone through it. So when I came here, I used to, and when you come here, you start working with stress, the demand from home, you want to go to school, you want to make your life better.
Yeah.
It's all stress.
Oh yes, it is. It
So it
is. The
affects the
expectation.
emotion.
The expectation is very high. People expect you to deliver. You come to obodooyinbo now. You must be a millionaire and come and build house in your village and in Lagos or Abuja.
Yes,
You must help every member of your family that is poor because you are in America.
You've not even dealt with yourself, what you are going through.
Oh yes.
I had one uncle. This uncle is a senior chemist, one big company. This man opened up to me. He said, Patrick, I have bipolar. He said, when he went to pick up the drug, 1,500, but insurance paid about 200 on one of the drugs.
Yeah.
And this is a big man that I really respects. So we are going through a lot that we should, whenever we see the resources here. When my wife came here, my wife was going to school, she could not sit for exam. The fact that she went to exam, the way those kids will just do their exam.
At a certain age, to study is not so easy for adults.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has to
she
has to go through counseling.
Yeah.
As easy as an exam that she has read for. She was a manager back in Nigeria. She was doing her MBA before we came here, and she could not write exam. To tell you what is in the mind of people. So one need to use the resources here. Don't just begin to walk in obodooyinbo and think all is we are all human. When we get married, there's going to be issue. How do you deal with it?
Yeah.
Let me round up. I went to support somebody in the courts. This guy is in Nigeria. Was in my church. Was married to a white lady. Can you believe the wife's mother was the one holding the wife debit cards?
The wife's mother?
Yes. Was the one in charge of that lady everything. And when we got to the court, one of the elders came from the church, he called me, he said, no, I came from the He said, these two kids don't have problem. He said, the problem, he said, is the mother. Because mother has been married 4 times.
4 times?
The mother has been married 4 times.
Okay, now she's controlling her daughter's life.
Yes, serious control. She has spare key to the house, everything.
It's those mother-in-laws that would like the one we did the last show.
This one now, Igbo. So it's a different ball game when you come here. It's a different setting. So all those things are when you are dealing with somebody, you can't even call somebody, you can't use FAT to describe somebody, you know what I mean, in America.
Yeah.
You can say that word in Nigeria, so what do you mean? You can say so. Even the way you talk to your children is going to be different here.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's going to be an abuse. You can't curse them.
Yeah.
You can't take your anger on them. You have to be very careful with the way you talk to your wife. You have to learn all those things. You have to be appreciative. You have to contribute to the house chores. You can't just sit down. The woman is doing. She can even break down.
Oh yeah.
Yes. When my wife, that was the first time I was the one that showered for my baby, 2 of my babies. When they were born, we are the only one that did something I never did in Nigeria.
Yeah, of course, it's unheard of for a man to be bathing children in Nigeria. Even the broke ones, the one that is poor, does not bath children. Talk of you if you are average or you are what do you call it, middle income person or high income, bath waiting.
So like Ola said, if the woman say I not do, just cool down. You don't know what she's going through. That's the order of the day. It's so easy. People don't want to sit down and settle issue. They want to say, okay, I'm done. It's like a microwave. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah. It's sad.
So, let me just round up. We need to make use of resources. Deal with yourself first.
Yeah.
Deal with yourself. The person I talked about when he opened up was the only person. He was trained by the mother. The fire. What's it called? By the grandmother. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, I'm hearing you, bro, Patrick.
woo. See, that's good.
Oh, he's not hearing me again. Okay, thank you so much, Brother Patrick. We really appreciate your contribution. Oh my God, we've done almost 2 hours. Let's move on very quickly. God bless you, sir. Thanks for always bringing wisdom. Brother Patrick said, deal with yourself first. You have to make sure you are okay mentally, emotionally. This is where self-awareness comes into play. Are you even aware of where you are mentally, emotionally? Some people are always in denial. You know what I don't like? I don't like people that are always blaming the other person. What I love most in my life is people who are self-reflective and can say, me too, oh, this is what I did wrong. But most times when you see two Africans, two Nigerians that are fighting divorce and whatever, it's always no, it's the other person. It's you that did. When you don't, my people I mean, another red flag we need to add to the list of our red flags is the people who are not self-reflective. People who cannot be accountable for their own errors. It's always the other person. No, 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 no. It takes two. Look at it myself. I asked somebody the other day, I say, what do you think you did wrong? He said, no, me, I'm a fantastic person. It's because you don't know me, oh, my sister. If you know me, you will know that I'm an angel. I cannot hurt a fly. It's not me, oh. It's just the other person. Ah, I've never seen a person that is happy. They are so contented, and the relationship is fulfilling, self-satisfying for them, and they will say, I'm not doing again. So let us accept accountability, reflect, and also take ownership of what we are bringing into the relationship that is wrong. Amoye say it's pride. Gigi is saying accept responsibility, accountability. Absolutely. It's pride, though. Amoye is big pride. When you see yourself as somebody that you never do wrong, ah, you don't marry 1, 2, 3, you say you know they do wrong. I say, think now, maybe something they way. You say, no. You say, me, I know they do wrong. See, I say, I'm so nice. Oh, I'm the best thing that happened after ice cream. I say, yeah. There's nobody that is perfect. Nobody. The quality of who you are as a human being, your character, is for you to reflect and say, okay, I'm working on myself. I'm trusting God to give me patience. I'm trusting God to give me, the spirit to remain calm, not to be talk, 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 talk. Some men, when they reach quarrel, they will carry Joko. Now, the way they call Joko for Nigeria, they will carry Joko sit down. As the wife they throw, now so in the throw, they will insult each other. But when you ask, you'll say, I'm the best thing that ever happened to me. No, I don't do anything wrong. Oh. It's always the other person. No, I don't like that. Everybody lonely tier lower. Everybody lonely lower. Nobody is perfect. Only Christ is perfect. Gloria, you're welcome, my darling. Thanks for your patience.
CB, can you hear me?
Yes, sweetie. I know. Where are
Okay.
you joining us from, please?
I'm joining from Texas.
I don't want to pre-present because you American, your accent always give you away. I already know you are from America, but I wanted you to
Oh
say
my
thank you
God.
so much. How are you? You're welcome. So you know
Um,
about this. Do you happen to know
no, I
more?
don't know. I'm just hearing it as I joined
Are
the.
you serious?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have to
So,
say?
yes, what I have to say is from the things that I put on the chat, the first thing I have to say is live with an open mind,
Hmm.
especially for the men. As long as you are dealing with human beings, as long as you are alive, you're bound to deal with human beings and things are about to happen, the
Mhm.
expected, the unexpected, and surprises. So when you live with an open mind, that way you are not easily disappointed. In a,
Amen.
in a relationship, you're in a relationship and they say, oh, I want out. Okay, that's fine. We'll work it out. Work it out if we have kids and all of that. So when we live with open minds, it helps us, whatever the situation is, it's not going to hurt as bad as it was supposed to hurt. So, piggybacking on that, my next point is keep your heart as an open minded questionnaire. So, what I mean by that is when you're dealing with human beings, let's say you ask someone a question and they say yes, no, maybe, sometimes, just keep your heart open. Whatever answer they give you, take it and move with it. Don't try to, oh, it must be yes, it must be no, it must be this, it must be that. No. That way, you know that whatever the answer they give me, they want to stay in the relationship with me, I'm okay. They don't want to stay with me, I'm still okay. So, bringing that into a relationship, they want to go, let them go. They want to stay, let them stay. Just like Ola said, it didn't just happen overnight. Some of these things have been happening, just that they were adamant or they were ignorant or they noticed it but nobody wanted to do anything about it. They didn't want, oh, can we go work this out, maybe see, get help. They didn't want to do that until it skyrocketed to all of that. So
Yeah, yeah.
when you live with an open mind and keep your heart
You'll be
open
prepared.
to
You'll be prepared for the
for the worst.
unexpected. Yeah,
Yes, that's true. And
yeah.
my last point is you need to be whole as a person. Before
Hmm.
you get into a relationship, make sure you're whole. If you're having some issues that you need to deal with it before you get into a relationship.
Hmm.
Make sure you're whole on your own, because if you are whole and somebody comes into your life, they are coming in as a whole too, so they're
Yeah,
going to make you whole. You keep being whole, so when that other whole wants to leave, yeah, you can leave me, I'll still be my whole. So
absolutely.
that way, all of these things, they things are not just going to get out of hand as they get. So being whole as an individual, that is very, very good. So, Auntie B,
Thank
that's
you.
just the things I wanted to share with you.
Thank you
And
so
happy
much.
birthday in advance.
Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate your contribution, Gloria. Thank you so much. Have a good afternoon. Affliction will not arise the second time. We pray. Thank you so much. Temilade says, Auntie B, that's why I said that for every failed relationship, both parties involved contributed to the failure of the relationship, one way or the other. The question is now is now who contributed the most. It doesn't even matter who contributed the most. It doesn't matter. One person will contribute, the other. How can you weigh who contributed the most? Is there a scale for you to weigh it? These are opinions, okay, based on their own individual experiences. It's not something you can weigh. It's not like a bag of rice that you put, okay, half bag weighs more, full bag is more than half bag. You can't weigh human emotions. And sometimes this is based on perceived experiences. So you cannot say, I contributed more, you contributed. It's about looking inwards and say, okay, this is my own bit that I know, okay, maybe I didn't do this, maybe. Or, if you are privileged to have an open communication to allow the other person to express how they felt that you failed them in the relationship. You cannot quantify, wrongs in a relationship. You cannot. There's no scale for it because it's about feelings, emotions. Like Ola said, it's about love. Love is an emotion. How do you weigh love or hate or, perceived things? So a woman can say, oh, you did this to me. And the man will say, when? When? I told you guys, every time I repeat the story of what happened 16, 17 years ago, I don't want to rehash it again with me and my husband. And he wasn't even aware. But this was something that was a big deal for me. So for me, I can say, oh, he did this to me, and he'll be like, when? How? So you can't weigh it, my darling. You can't. It's not something you can weigh. Human feelings and emotions is difficult because it's based on perceived, experiences and what you feel. Paula, you are next. Welcome. Good evening. Good afternoon. Can you hear me, Bola? Hi, Bola. How are you? Yeah, I'm hearing you now. I think you went into the studio twice, so I'm not sure which one is, but let's
I
run
did.
with it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Where are you
I'm
joining us from?
I'm calling from Maryland
Okay, what do you have
in
to say?
US. First of all, this
Okay,
is my first time in your show. I always get the video after. I just want
okay.
to tell you thanks for everything you do for women's in diaspora,
Mm-hmm.
because we need awareness. There's so
Thank you.
much, as a medical practitioner, there is so much domestic violence that is going on,
Mm-hmm.
that people are not, because there's so many Africans women that comes to me during the fight,
Mm-hmm.
injuries,
Mm-hmm.
that they are ashamed to
Mm-hmm.
open up to their families. And thanks for all the awareness, and God will continue to bless you.
Amen.
And happy belated, but happy birthday in advance.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah. So I just want to say to women's in mostly in diaspora, African women, we need to be independent. We need to be independent, because some women, once they come to abroad, the
Mm.
men that they think that promised them heaven and earth before they got here, they realize that that man is totally different
Mm-hmm.
from the promise that they told them, that once you got here, you'll be this, you'll be there, you'll be there. And then when they got here, they start seeing the reality.
Yeah.
The man turns to be a monster, and
Mm-hmm.
there's no way to go. And then they stay in that violent marriage, and continue and continue and continue until end up like this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been married for 12 years. Marriage is not easy, like he always said. It takes two people to tango.
Mm-hmm.
And some of us are lucky, and some are not. And we have to be realistic. There is a man mango pack, and there is a woman mango pack as well. We have to take responsibility on what went wrong in the marriage. Like Brother Patrick says, it has to be a science. It's not just only this time that this guy just turned out to be a evil, to be a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Women, men will show us their signs. It's up to us to let them know our plans.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't, if you want to get a divorce, if you know this man is, she will know. I don't know because I didn't hear about the story at the beginning. I joined in the middle of the
Right.
conversation. But
Mm.
my husband used to live in Texas. We have a lot of friends in Texas.
Right.
We goes there on a vacation. There's a lot of toxic marriage in Texas. And that's what I told you, that once we get married, when we are dating, I'm not gonna live in Texas.
Or is it because of Texas? Is it because of the location that you have the toxicity? You think is because you have Mongo Parks there? Is that why?
So much, especially in Houston. There is so much Richmond as well. There's so much Nigerian community there, that everybody is in everybody's business. Everybody is in everybody's business.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is nosy to know everybody's business.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's some people some people stay away, because I told him, I said, if we're gonna live in Texas, I just want to stay away from all the dramas, all the chaotics that goes on in Houston, Texas, because
Right.
everybody goes about each other relationship. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, there was a friend of his that got married. When we are dating, he brought a girlfriend. He brought a girlfriend to a party, and when we are leaving, this is the people my husband know this guy way back in Lagos. So my husband went to the military, so their relationship kind of faded away. Then when he got back from military, they rekindled their relationship. And I don't know who the people that is in Texas, we hear about this story. It was really tragic. So the guy brought this girl. So when we went to meet, and I was dating my husband then, and when we are leaving, and I just saw that my husband and him was talking. When a man to man was talking, like very, very deep talk. Me and this girl was in a car, and I don't know about her. He just introduced as the girlfriend. So when we depart to go on our separate ways, and I was asking my husband, then my boyfriend, like, what is going on? He said, you cannot believe that this guy, if it was a very good friend of mine, that he married and he has a wife at home. And he was
He
following
married
this girl
somebody.
around.
He
He has
has a
already
wife
married
where?
with
In
two.
Nigeria.
Back in Texas. We
And he was
met in
already.
Chicago. We met together in Chicago. I was living in Michigan then.
So you are saying that Texas has a lot of all these problematic relationship.
Oh my God, I tell you, go and look at.
People are confirming it. A lot of people in the comment section are saying Texas is the fatherhood. Stephanie, you say Texas is the fatherhood of Morgan Parks. I thought it was I thought it was Germany. Now Texas has overtaken Germany. Okay, all right.
Just to
Texas is the headquarters now.
just to tell let me just cut the story a little bit short. So after that, I said, my husband went off on him, like, you need to leave this guy alone. Like, the wife was the one that brought him to America. Like, you have a wife, and my husband, like, is such a good friend to him that is telling him, this girl was very nice. Your wife was very nice woman. Leave this girl alone. You don't have no business with her. I didn't even know that this guy already have 2 kids and a wife at home. I thought
And he was
that's
still
just
chasing another woman.
yeah, was following her around. I'm telling you, 5, we went to visit them in Texas. I met the wife, very nice woman, and he was telling us that he was telling my husband in the car that I don't deal with that girl anymore. I'm telling you, we came back to Maryland. I'm telling you, 3 years later, 3 or 4 years later.
Somebody said that there are Mongo Parks everywhere. Chicago is even worse.
So 3 years later, we heard that this guy went to the guest house. Can you believe he finished eating with his wife? The phone ring, he left. Went the wife that didn't know that he went to the guest wife. He went to the girl wives. I guess the girl was having a problem with the baby daddy. The guys got stabbed. If the people in
Okay, we
Texas
don't
hear
use
about
that
this story,
word.
they can
Okay.
witness. Oh, sorry. The guys got injured in there. That's how this poor woman
So
lost
this
her
man,
husband.
he was deleted
Yes.
because he was
What?
chasing this girl, and the baby daddy
Yes, in the
deleted
girl's
him.
house. In the
Ah,
girl's house.
Lobaton. What do you want to say to that one now? This is another one. So a married man with children and a wife was chasing another woman
And
who is a single parent, and the baby daddy deleted him.
yes,
Voila.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Wow.
I'm telling you. 4 years later, we are coming on vacation, and my husband here, the phone was ringing. I'm telling you, I don't want to mention the names. This poor woman lost her husband, lost the kids. They have 3 kids. They lost their father.
Nǹkan tó ń wùyàn jẹ ló máa ń pààyàn.
No, exactly. So I'm telling you,
Now wetin
there's
dey
so
sweet
many
man,
signs.
na im dey delete man.
There's so many signs that this woman has seen that I was like, why you did not let go of the marriage? Why? So for this to come in place now, we have to know that there is all these signs that we see that we just ignore. We just ignore. God will continue. You know, sometimes when you have kids, it is really hard to walk away. But my most important thing, my most advice to women is we need to be independent, because when you are independent, when you have a job to provide for you and your and your
Your
kids
children.
and your children, you can easily walk away.
Walk away.
You can easily walk away.
Was
Except
that
to stop.
woman, or was she not independent? Did she not have an income? The one that you're talking about, the story now that you shared with us.
She did. She
Okay.
did, but not as much I expected her to be. You
But she
understand
brought
what
the
I
man
mean?
from America, from
Yeah,
Nigeria, you
exactly.
said.
She won a lottery and she brought the
Oh,
man.
visa lottery. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So and
We
she
have a
brought
lot of that. Yeah.
yes, and she brought the man. And so many times, my husband would talk to him. remember where because they know each other way back in Nigeria. Remember where you come from. This
Yeah.
woman was a nice woman. He even said when he lived in Texas, this woman always, everybody that talked to him about the wife, you see that he stopped
Advised
talking.
him.
You see that he stopped talking to them. He doesn't have no relationship with them anymore. You know what I mean? And I
And
just think,
he got his life just deleted now because of
I'm
chasing,
telling you,
Oh my God.
I'm telling
Thank
you,
you
it was
so
it
much,
was very
Bola.
sad story. We just need to continue. I don't, we just need to be independent. We need to be independent and just don't ignore all these
Red
signs,
flags.
and
Yeah.
God will continue to bless you. God will continue to
Amen.
bless you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you, Bola. I
My
really
pleasure.
appreciate your call. Thank you for calling in. I've never seen you on this show, but I like the perspective you are bringing in. She's talking about women being independent so that, they can walk away, So thank you so much. Imagine married man chasing skirt until baby daddy. The skirt that he was chasing, Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká ṣòfò o, ní orúkọ Jésù, ẹ ní ṣòfò. All my brothers, I'm praying for you. All of you that are brothers in Obodo farm, Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣòfò. You have gold at home. You are chasing baby daddy. Someone that has baby daddy that is even toxic. And imagine that kind of a situation. He got deleted. When he reached heaven, what he go tell Agent Gabriel? Say, I dey chase the woman, now he can't call me, say, they trouble. Now they take delete me, now they yes so. Chai, it is well. May God help us. Okay, we are rounding up now. I don't care. You are next. Please unmute yourself.
To be
Hi, Andunke. You're welcome.
good evening, ma. Thank you for all you do and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Looking so beautiful.
Thank you. Somebody said I'm putting Instagram. I'm putting Instagram. I'm disturbing Instagram.
And you're really, really, you break the internet on the
Somebody said
Instagram.
I'm disturbing Instagram. I've not finished, so I ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀
Keep,
ni o.
keep them coming. Keep them coming. You're only 50
Thank you.
ones. Keep them
You're only
coming.
51, so let me tell you something, Aduke. I know you called to contribute, but I want to chip something. Somebody said, now only you fair reach 50. I say, yes, it's only me that fair reach 50.
Yes,
Because
so
tèmi yé mi, no, na leave me. I
someone
understand.
survived
Mm.
COVID. If you
Eh,
survive COVID,
not just COVID. COVID that was ICU. It's only God between me and my maker. Mo ń wo Ọlọ́run, mo ń wo Angel Gabriel, mo ń wo ayé. It's only God that deliver. Tèmi yé mi, Mona just leave me. This is the way
yes,
God has
so
laid it in my heart. I'm going to keep celebrating. Thank you so
keep
much.
celebrating. See, you look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Celebrating. Yeah, and to be, you see, if you notice, like for weeks and months, I've not come on the live show.
Yes, I
I
haven't seen you in
watch,
a
but
while.
yeah, I watch, but I don't usually
Colin.
um call in.
Yeah.
And because this issue, the way people are contributing today, that's why I come in. You see, in relationship, intention, people really need to make their intention known because these are the parts of the reason. A lot of people they go in it with deception. And another thing is when a woman is complaining, lots of men they think, oh, they are nagging. And then when a woman is pushed to the wall at a certain point, they will like, you know what? No woman get married. You said it before on this show. It's woman that always want to do wedding. We all
Benny.
want it to be everlasting. No woman
Yes, it's
want
true.
to walk away. But when they've been complaining, that time the woman is complaining, that means she still have a chance. When she stopped talking, this same woman want the relationship to be everlasting and never want to divorce. They are the first people. If you notice, it's women that even initiate divorce more these days
Hmm.
because it's when they're complaining, nothing is being done. When I talk about intention, listening to people talking today and when you analyze breakup, grief, and all that, Auntie B, I experienced all that.
Wow.
I experienced all that. But you know
Yeah.
what really, and I really thank I don't even know what to call him, but I thank him for one thing, because if he was useful in that relationship and now leave everything to, maybe I would have been what, God forbid, I would have been one of those people that will carry G and delete not just him but everybody, all his enabler and everybody.
Wow.
It's just because it was never there anyway. I've always done everything. That was the only thing, because like I said, I've not joined the show for some time. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
stress is so much, like I'll
Yeah.
lose my voice. I can't even talk.
Hmm.
Because when someone comes to your life in hope that you think you are on the same page, but they have another plan entirely, then they're not just living, but they're living with a whole lot of things to deal with, and they're living
Mm-hmm.
with responsibility, and there's kids involved, and
Mm-hmm.
we're in a country where it's not even easy with two people looking after children, working, not to now talk, you turn down one person. Sometimes if I'll get around, I'll be so angry. Like this person is wherever he is now enjoying his life. Why I'm sick? I've been sick for the past 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm
Pele.
sick. I
Pele.
still have to take care of kids. You know, the time I get most angry is when I put kids to bed, bath, thinking, okay, this is time for me to go and relax. The time
Mm-hmm.
you throw up, you know, I don't know the anger. And sometimes I feel like how can somebody get away with so much?
So
But
was
then,
it
like,
the one that left? I don't care. Was it the one that left the relationship?
yes, and yes and no, because at the end of the day, you know, he usually does this silent treatment for weeks, and then whenever he's ready to come back, the door is open. But the last
Mm-hmm.
one, he did it for 2 months, and the kids give me strength because the kids didn't even ask. And I just told myself, you know what, that's it. If you can silent for good 2 months, no call, no message, no
In the
nothing.
same house, or he left? He was out of the house.
That's what I'm saying. My intention. You know what
Wow.
happened? One day, by the grace of God, I'm still healing. But one day, I'm going to
Yeah.
share my story because I think my story is going to help a lot of people. You know
Pele.
what? The funny thing is, I live in England, but we never even lived together. That's why I said, if not because he was never there, I would have been one of those people. Not only him will be deleted, all his enabler. We live
Hmm.
in England, but because I live in a countryside, he claim it's London that you can get a job, that everything is going. You claim you're working, so, oh, I can't be traveling up and down, so I need to rent a room in London. That was the claim, but not knowing it's all a lie. It's because he wanted to have a single life at the same time have a family life.
The
So
man.
family back
Yeah.
home and asking, he wants to be able to show off or to friends. Whenever he's around, it's always like a family. Like there's some people he wants to prove to. And then when he goes lying that he's telling me that he's at work, he's going to say he's single to the people that cares to know, to the extent of like, weeks spending it with another person. And I felt like such a fool for years. I didn't know what was going on.
Hmm.
I have no idea. You see, this issue of a phone, people say don't go to phone. If I didn't go to phone, I would still be living in lies.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought, okay, he was trying to work for him to put money together for us to get a place closer to London. I was doing everything, financially, everything, paying childcare, everything. This person said they're working, they won't even be coming. Where we live, there's no African shop, so they won't even be coming and bring ordinary plantain. Everything I was doing, I would be coming, I will still pack food, everything. So I thought
Hmm.
there was something going on. We had to have a family, but it was all a lie.
Hmm.
It was
So is
having an
are you out
entire
of the
double
relationship
lie.
now? Is it ended
Completely
now?
out by the grace of God, backward never. Completely
Backward
out. But
never.
what I'm saying is, by the time I was out, just let's say if he was helping with the kids before, or if he was contributing financially, it would have been difficult because after I left, I experienced all those grief stage of relationship. I
Yeah.
expressed, like you explained, I expressed everything until you explained. I didn't even realize what I was experiencing. And as
Yeah.
you were talking about it, I was remembering how all that went down. And
Yeah.
during that time, that stage of anger, it's just that I couldn't multiply. Even that time, I was thinking, oh, let me just pretend I know what to do. Like, I can test, if I test him one message, like, he will come running. He's a narcissist. So I was like, let me pretend to get back so that I can deal with him. I thought of so many things when I was angry because like I left before I realized what was going on, before all the lie come unfolding. It was like my face. And then when I told some people, that's another thing. People around you need to be honest. When I start telling people around me that, oh, this is it, I'm done, they're like, oh, we thought you knew. I'm like,
Hmm.
what do you mean? I thought,
Yeah. When it's happening to you, you are the last person to know. Hmm.
everybody knew was doing it
Yeah.
except me. And I was like,
Yeah.
but why didn't you? And I was like, how can somebody tell you they're going for exam after 4 p.m. on a Sunday and you believe that you were covering up? I said, I
Hmm.
don't know. How am I if he said he's going to do something, he's going to do
You
it.
believe him because there's trust. Yeah.
I don't know, but there was so many lies. And then, like I said, you have a family that's enabling that expect me to stay. That let him just do whatever. To be my friend out what was going on. This guy moved where he was living in London. He moved house and he wouldn't let me know where he lived. And his so-called family expect me to still be in that relationship.
Yeah.
I was being
Because
told I was
you are the good
overreacting.
wife.
I should just
Oko
stay behind
Oko
and just
Loloriak.
yeah,
Oko
just stay
Loloriaya.
on the corner while he
Hmm.
does whatever he likes and should mingle with the family. When he's done, he'll back. And I'm like, let him be gone. Because I was so grateful to God I didn't even end up with a disease. So that now that I know, why should I risk my life?
Hmm.
Now at the end, I just thought one day that, you know what, if I live today, what's going to change? Nothing. I just realized nothing. The only thing is because I thought there was a relationship, so I had to go through all those grieving stage and
Hmm.
the anger part. Even up to now, sometimes when I'm so stressed, like I'm talking to you now, I'm on my way to work.
You are driving. I can
Yeah, I'm
tell that you
driving.
are
You
driving.
see. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like I worked last night. I've not slept all day looking after
How
kids.
many children do you have?
I've got 3.
Hey, yeah,
And I have to
Pele,
juggle all that. It's so stressful. Most of the
Pele.
time I cry. But
Hey,
I thought
yeah.
it's better because even most people that know me, they actually thought I'm one of those people that the man lives in Nigeria and I live here because they see me alone. I'm doing
I
everything
mean,
alone.
why did you need to move away if you are a family? Was that an agreement because of work?
That was why he said it's because there's no work where we are and there's London is where things are happening. But
And
that
if
was
okay,
a
if he
lie.
needs to come to London for work, why can't you all move together to London then so you can
That
remain
was
together
what
as a
I
family?
said. But it was like, oh, it's too expensive. So we're going to
London is expensive, but you are a family. You need to stay together.
we're going to work for some time and then get somewhere very close to London. But I was being lied to because he wanted to live
He
single
wants to be married and living the
and
single
be
life.
single. That was what he wanted.
Mm.
But every time I call him, sit him down, like, okay, it's like something is not right. Maybe you don't want this anymore. Maybe because I was sensing something like this person, if you're supposed to spend even during lockdown, there's no work, but you're still gone for work. That's when I knew something
Yeah.
was wrong.
Unfortunately, there are some people that don't want the responsibility of being married, but they like the
No,
title of
not
marriage.
at all, not one bit. And
Mhm.
even when kids are crying, this thing will be barking like a dog, a little baby crying. It'll be
Mhm.
out like it's like they're chasing him. And I'm like,
Ele.
something is wrong here.
It is
Okay, if you
well.
don't want this, let me know. But do you know why we say, oh, you're reacting? It's not like that. I'm just working. Because when you're supposed to be here for weekend, within few hours disappear. Even when you're supposed to be spending weekend, it's out.
Because the single life is sweet now. Single life, no responsibility. You
Okay,
just party,
free.
you walk, you party, you have a good time. Nobody, no responsibility. So
Okay,
yeah.
now free me if you don't want to be like, oh no, you're overreacting. It's not like that. Or I'm just
Mhm.
busy. It's just assumption. That was always
Did
his
you put
famous
him on
word.
child support? Did you put him on child
At
maintenance?
TV, I sat him down and said, please, I don't want us to fight. Let's go our
Mhm.
separate way. Please, you need to support. It wasn't even when we're together, I wasn't doing anything anyway. So I was like, okay, but if we're going to be apart, I need you, because when we're together, the lie was all the money he's getting is trying to put it together to a place, and it's all these people that want to buy a mansion and buy all the land in Nigeria.
You've
So
not
it was
taken care of your children. Which mansion? You don't need
if
mansion. Your children
that
first.
was that was what he was doing, but he was even doing it on his own name alone, for him alone. So I was like, okay,
Mm.
now that we're not going to be together, something, just little thing, was like, instead of him to agree with me to give me a penny a month, he will that delete that. He was the one that sent me to child support. He said make I go because he's not waiting he don't do.
Go now. Go to child maintenance. Now. It's not much in
Auntie B,
England. It's
now
not much here
self
in the
now
UK, but it's something.
self-employed. He don't hide all the income. Now self-employed.
Oh
She.
Jesus.
He knew
Hey,
what he was
Aduke.
doing.
Mm,
He knew what he was doing. For him to send me
yeah.
to child support, he knew what he was doing.
I'm sorry. Don't
He
worry.
did
Don't
everything.
worry
But
about it. Don't worry. See, even
oh,
if it doesn't support you financially, a man, if you
he,
are a man and you are a father and you have 3 children and you are hiding income, you don't want to support your children and you are hiding your income because you don't want to support them. Don't worry. Don't worry, Anduke. I know what I'm saying. Don't
Auntie B,
worry.
all I even beg for, even I beg the family, all I even beg is, even if it's one weekend a month,
To
even,
take the children off you
you know,
so you can have
for
some
me,
respite.
for me to, because it's not easy. I have 2 boys. See those boys, it's like people that
They
make
are
sense.
very active. I
It's
know.
like
I know,
having
but
5.
I know.
Like
I
having
know.
5. So it's just all I ask for
So
sometimes,
it
even if
doesn't take them at all.
nothing. It's over a year, not even a phone call.
It's okay. You'll be all right. Let's
I
talk,
know.
eh? I don't care. Do you have my number? Let's talk.
I do, Auntie B. I do have your
Let's
number.
talk. I'm going to connect you with some people that will support you in your local area where you are. Don't worry.
Okay.
Even if
Thank you,
it's
Auntie
the
B.
village of Scotland, we know people in the in the interior of Scotland where it's farmland. Don't worry. What you need at the moment is a support network. Okay, if it's not supportive, we'll find a way to get you some support, supportive people, other, people that will support you, to hold you, people you can, count on, take your children to, so that you have some respite and all that. Don't worry, let's talk on WhatsApp. Okay, send me a
Yeah.
message.
Thank you, Auntie B.
You'll be
Thank
all
you.
right. That's what you need to
I
know.
know. Every day I
You'll be
count
fine.
down that they are
Don't
growing
worry.
every
I've seen
day.
them now. In my line of work, I see them now. When they finish all this they are doing, because they are still in their prime, they still think they are attractive. They will wear t-shirts with big stomach and jeans and talking and be doing bobo. Old age is knocking on the corner. Hey, I've seen some.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a quick story.
Yeah.
One that I saw in my work. The children, you see, because by the time you are now 70, 75, the children are adults now. They are 20 something, 30. They are working. They finish uni. They are doing their own thing. And you know what? Children know. You don't need to tell them anything. They know. They know the parent that was there for them. They know the parent that visited, when they were doing PTA. They know the parent that, don't worry. So I
Auntie
asked this
B, I
man, and
said the 2 month silent treatment, it was my 3-year-old that gave me strength. It's the same
children
3 year.
know. I don't care. I'm telling you. So I was asking this uncle. I said, I saw the name is a Yoruba name. So whenever I see Nigerian names in my work, I try to help them more. I help every of my, client, but when I see Nigeria, I go out of my way. Because they are my people. Any African, if I see any African, I try to go out of my way to make sure they are okay. So I was asking him, he was like, I cannot clean, I cannot go to my shopping, I cannot do that. I say, uncle, don't you have? I didn't call him uncle. I called him his name because at work professionally, you can't call uncle. He's older
Yeah.
than me. He's in his 70s, but I have to call him by Mister something. What about your children? That he has children, no, but they don't visit him. They don't even care about him. And I was like, they don't care about you? And what happened? And then he started telling me, I don't care, don't worry. Whatever a man sows or a woman sow, they will reap. That's all I have to say to you. Talk to me on WhatsApp, okay? We will talk. It's okay. Whatever you sow now, let me tell you something. All of you that are parents, whatever you do in your children's life, you are sowing a seed. Especially if you live in Obodo Ibo children are not like Nigerian children, that will say, that when you are not involved in your children, then on the day of their marriage, they will now sow one cloth for you to come and be doing ojo aye. No, obodoyibo don't give a, they don't give you an F about that. If you were not there for them when they needed you, if you are old, they will abandon you. So that's for you, mothers and fathers out there. Don't worry, I don't care. You'll be okay. Wow, all right. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, no worry. Okay. Bumi, you are next. We are rounding up now. We've done 2.5 hours. Oh yeah, hit me.
Auntie B,
Hello, baby girl.
I've lost my train of thought. No, I'm joking. Auntie Aduke, well done. No, I wish I'm in that UK. Like
Share.
Bio said,
No, you can still
that,
support her, even outside the UK. Oh,
please,
emotional support.
anything. Please let us know.
Uh,
Because you can see that there's levels to stress.
yes.
I can only imagine the stress the way she sounds. No,
Yeah. She's
God.
offloading, and she used to be very regular on this platform. I never even know. I never
Mm.
even knew that she was going through this.
You know what she said, as she described her story. I just want to talk to my gender. When you marry, yeah, because I learned from my father and my mother's marriage that there are some things I will not tolerate. Dating, even marriage, there are some things I will not take, because I saw my mom take too much rubbish. So when you are dating somebody and you see something, before you date the person, first you should have an identity, not just financially, but like things you do before, like you say you socialize, like you party. That's part of who you are. When you're with somebody, the two of you come together, you don't lose yourself. I know it's a better, easier said than done, especially in a marriage, but you still try. The idea is trying.
It's
So
not even living yourself. In her situation now, it's about making marriages work. You know how I
no,
always
no,
talk
no,
about
no,
Yoruba
no.
women
I'm
on this
not talking of
platform.
her. I'm not even talking of her. I just want to. I'm not even getting to the point. I just want to say something. Like for example, now you know how she said that people were saying that she knew. Like my father would say, my father did basically what that our partner was doing, our ex partner was doing. My father would travel to Abuja and leave us. Christmas he would not come. He would say he's working, and you're like, what kind of work are you doing Christmas Day? you know. But and like he was saving money there. Like there was no communication. So we will not work, we will not eat good food, or we'll never bring food. Like NEPA will take light because they cut. We used to live in a flat in the solo, so they will cut your light in your flat. The next flat will have light. You don't, Auntie B, I saw rubbish. My mom will now open the gate so that the other neighbor, when they open their gate, you'll be watching TV on Christmas Day, Auntie
Hmm.
B. So I said, lie. You see, I'm not even boasting. Like, I've never chopped breakfast. It's not to say it, it's because when I see something, I just pack my leg. I'm not there for it. That's why. That's why when I one of those people, when I wanted to marry, like Abumi, you can't pack your load like that. So you have to make sure that, and somebody said it, that most women, at least 99.9, when they are getting married, they want to make sure that they're marrying the right person, right? And because they are going to do everything to make it last.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't always work that way. So there are some parameters that'll be like, I cannot even, like, say joint saving now. We two of us have our it's a
Let's
secret.
stay focused on, I think, I understand, and I don't care needed to
Yeah.
offload, but we want to stay on the topic of, how to handle
How
breakup,
how to handle breakup.
rejection. Yes,
Okay.
without going to the extreme of
Okay,
deleting
so then
people.
I'm going to go back to
Mm,
what my first point is, that don't lose your identity. When you date somebody, or when you're in a relationship, you still do things that reminds you of you. You don't lose yourself. So that when things happen, when things go south, you are able to, like Patrick said, Mr. Ola said, you sit down and say, okay. So you don't completely, where will I start from? I've done XYZ. Also, people look at marriage as it should, but we put too much emphasis on, especially women, that, oh, I've done everything, I've done this, I've done that. And
mhm,
that's true. But then you also have to see that, at the end of the day, if you're doing it for yourself. You're not
mhm,
only doing it for the person. So you also have to say, okay, I have enjoyed this much time with this person. I am blessed with this kid or these kids. I have this life. I've lived this life. Okay, if you have tried, especially when you know in your heart of heart, that you have tried, that you've done everything there. Okay, how do we move? What do we do? Especially before it gets to, you try your best before, so it doesn't go to court, like Mr. Ola said. You try to make sure that you mitigate, you talk to each other, you come together. So you meet for your kids. If you don't have kids involved, whatever is involved, you make sure that you do the best. You don't just say, oh, I've done everything, so I cannot leave. This is my bus stop. This is my final bus stop. Life is
Yeah.
very gentle. Life
Mm-hmm.
is very easy to lose. People die every day for worthless reasons. So you don't want to keep suffering in a relationship, in a friendship, in a companionship that doesn't serve you. We have to look at it that way. If the next person is not going to do anything for you, like not the next person, if your partner is not going to do something for you, you don't know what might be out there for you, and nothing might be temporarily, but at least give yourself that fighting
It's
chance.
okay. It's okay.
You know,
Mm.
that's what I just want to say for my gender.
Yeah.
I don't know how men will handle, but we just have to be able to let God and let go. Just invite God, and also don't just say, "Oh, I did it for you, I did everything." You also gained. It's a two-way relationship, so it's a two-way street. You gain from that relationship, you gain from that. But if it cannot be settled, then everybody move. That's all I just want to say.
Thank you. Bumi Amara. Ọmọ Igbo tó ń sọ Yorùbá. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, we're running up now. I don't care. I see you are still in the studio. Do you still have something to add? Because I want to round up.
Yes, it's just like I said, people need to make their intention known, because most of the
Uh,
time, the reason why people react after relationship
it's
and do
deception.
something bad is
Yeah,
because when they find out that this person was lying to me all
yeah,
along,
yeah. That's
you know,
deception.
like, that makes people do crazy things like, oh, you won't get away with it. Like I said, if not for God, and I can't also fly, there was a whole lot of thing, because I later find out I've been fooled all along from the
Mm,
start, because this person just, exit without getting even a scratch. And me, I'm on the
mm,
floor like a car roll over me. That's why, and some men cannot take what they dish out. Men they serve breakfast every day and all that. And if they were done half of what they did to women, they react. Even they like cheating, for instance. Men can't take it. It's hardly you see a woman cheat and that marriage still continue. But
yeah,
if a woman, I mean, if a man cheat, the woman still get over it and they still continue. But if a woman cheat, that most of that marriage is over. So
yeah.
if
You're right.
intention, if people find out that, oh, this person have been lying to me, or they didn't even put their all in it, or they were doing this from the start, as it be, take it or leave it. We've seen people, and I think that's why men in America do that a lot, because they feel like they've lost everything. Maybe this person just marry me so that they can take the
Yes,
house,
to
take the
use
kids,
me.
take
Yeah.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And we've
Mm-hmm.
seen people, you'll be surprised that some women can actually do that. They
Of
plan, that's what
course.
they will do. I've seen instance, two people I've seen come from Nigeria because they found a way to come with their rich sugar daddy and they couldn't get in. And they would deceive a man, get pregnant, and come in and leave that man in a reckless state. True, I've seen with my eyes. So you
Yeah.
will not
Yeah.
believe what people can do because they are desperate.
Yeah.
So
Thank
intention,
you.
because a lot of people can't undo it.
Unf-
People don't have the same heart.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, with intentions, there's nothing you can do about it. People would be people, and people are not always honest or intentional. So, what can we do? We just need to tell, there are consequences for everything. That's what we need to advocate, that people need to know that whatever you do in this life, there are consequences. Thank you so much, Aduke. Please, yeah, Gigi is saying, Sis Aduke, seek help, respite, help, heal. Thank you. All right, Ebele, you are next.
STB, good evening, ma. How you doing? Or good afternoon. Hip, 50 gosa for you. I say, hey, you don't they displace me come up for market to that your red dress with your purple.
Ebele, now you talk the other day, say, if we stand, say, who the go first pick? I don't
They
forget.
talk, I said that your red dress. Now you come wear the ashwebi with your purple gele with the
Now,
lace
I
on
come out
top.
as an African woman.
Yes, so I say you they
Niger
displace
woman
all of
with
us come up for
gele.
market. Oh, we not for
Asho,
the
okay.
market. Good evening,
Oh
ma.
my God.
Well done.
Welcome,
The Lord is
sweetie.
your strength. I just wanted
Mm,
to, I think everybody has said a lot and everything. What I just want to say is that we should be able to check our emotional tank. What do I mean
mm,
by that? If you are spiritual, you have to feed yourself on things that are positive. You have to build
Yeah.
yourself, which is more of your identity. Fill yourself with your emotional tank. If you are spiritual again, fill yourself with a lot of things that will help you keep yourself insane. We all go through different things in life, and everybody handles things differently. But when your emotional tank is full, you will be able to withstand a lot of things. So that's what I wanted to add. And on the other side, for men, please, there's especially my generation these days. If you are 80s baby, millennials, in short, there's something that is going around these days that they call themselves alpha male. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
you've heard about this lifestyle coach called, may so rest in peace, he's dead now. He's called Kelvin Samuel. And this
I
guy
never
was,
heard of him, but somebody mentioned him the other
oh,
day.
Auntie B, if you have time, just watch one of the video. You will
Some
understand what.
people were somebody raised it the other day, and some people were not happy. They say it's always
Oh no,
bringing
that
black
man
women
goes
down.
about speaking rubbish to
They say
women,
he talks
speaking
negatively
rubbish
about
to
black
men.
women. I've never ever heard
Yes.
of him.
Oh, and then a lot of black men, they have that mindset. That's why I say a lot of millennials, my generation today, when you speak to men, is that Kevin Samuel's mindset that they have. And you look, I'm like, is this one I'm going to get married to? Is this one I'm going, when you have this mindset, how would relationship work? So again, it boils down to a lot of garbage that we watch and we listen to. You may feel that you are not picking it up, but subliminally it comes into you. You start building it as your lifestyle. Now, flipping it to the other side for my gender, we the women, we also have to work on ourselves. There's also a lot of things going on with all these millennials now, with all this reality TV, Kim Kardashian lifestyle and all that. You see what that one said? She was like, the current boyfriend she has now, that she didn't want to have a relationship. She just wanted, all that nasty mindset. And you bring all that into a relationship and you think that is going to be a real relationship. Exactly, no. Two dysfunctional people coming together and say they want to build a family, it's not going to work. And then you now bring children into that midst. What are you setting up those children for? So my point is this: one, we really need to be true to ourselves. Know your identity, build your emotional tank. Everybody is not supposed to be married. We need to get that. If you know that you are not built for marriage, you are not built for commitment, don't get into it. Be truthful to yourself.
Mm,
All this mess will come about. Another
mm.
example I wanted to give before, I know we are almost rounding up. Let me give you an example of a Mongo Park,
A
Texas.
quick one. A quick
Quick
one.
one, quick one. I'm in Texas right now. There's one Mongo Park I was talking to long ago social. The idiot invited me. I was like, okay, I'm going to fly over and all that. This guy is in his early 40s. All of a sudden, the last minute, the day I was supposed to fly out, the idiot canceled on me. Well, like, oh, they said the weather is going to be this. They said, as if he's the one that is going to fly the plane.
Is he
Oh,
married?
he's not married. That's why I'm saying it's just, a lot of people were talking about Mongo Parks in Texas, that is their hub. I'm trying to give you an example of one. He's not
Yeah.
married. He's not married. He's in his early 40s.
Mm-hmm.
We already were talking about that we were supposed to meet, and all that. At least that would be the first time meeting, get to know each other and all that. The Mongo
Mm-hmm.
Park that morning of me flying out that day, the Mongo Park cancelled on me.
I hope you had insurance on your ticket. Did you get a refund?
Now him buy, so that one not concern me.
So
All
you
that
ended up not going.
I not go immediately. I block the idiot. There's no point. The,
But you say weather no good now. That's not enough for you to block now.
no,
Ebele, you
no.
want show?
There's no. I don't want that. I just cut the long story short because I know one.
Okay, there's
That was
more,
an
eh?
yeah. That was
Okay.
there's
You
no
say
point
weather
giving.
no clear. You say not being go fly plane.
Now you
Now you
want fly
dance.
plane.
Hey,
When plane
me.
see they fly. That's just an excuse. If
Oh,
you
but
whether
yeah, I beg, I don't feel laugh for. See, Ebele show. He say whether I not fly the plane. He say after they agree, he say no come. He say weather no clear. That's
now you invite, not be me talk I won't come. Now you say make
I
I
don't see
come. Now
something for
you
this
book ticket.
platform.
All of a sudden, the day of
Eh,
that morning, you think I don't have things that I'm doing? You think I don't have,
exactly.
no. That's an insult. After then, he not call me, he not tell me. I just say there's no point. Just
Maybe
block
not
him.
married man. Maybe he married. You never know.
Exactly. You know that
Why would
you
they
don't
talk
talk
now? Not
am.
being
Now
I
God
do
save
get
my
on
head.
talk plenty stories. So
Exactly.
in bachelor husband, in husband a bachelor. You
Now
never
God
know.
nice save my head. That's why I say I block. I don't want to talk plenty story. There's no point.
Okay. Oh.
And God just save my head. So I
Thank
just
you,
wanted to give
Ebele.
an example of Texas Mongo Park. So, anyways,
Texas, they say the food there. I get it. Everybody for comment section they agree say Texas, they don't overtake Germany. All right. Thank
Ah,
you, my darling Ebele.
no
I
problem.
love
Auntie
you.
B, 50 gbosa for you. I
Thank you,
beg
my
go, may
darling.
you not displace us come out for market, but anyway, still
No, I see the market, but now me get this month. June, month already. I never
no, no,
finish.
no.
I'm still coming.
It's
I'm
good to
coming.
celebrate
Mhm.
because there's only one life to live.
After this month, I will step aside. No
No,
wahala.
it's good to celebrate. It's only one life to live, and you have
Only
to thank
one
God
life, and you are 50
for
only
God.
once.
Yeah,
Thank you,
and
my
you have to
darling.
thank God for what God has done. Yeah.
Amen.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma.
Ebele.
Okay, ma.
Have a good afternoon, my darling. Ebele is so funny. He say he can't say whether or not they fly the plane. He said whether or not they fly the plane.
System. The man system.
The man,
Rain.
maybe when the reality come down, say na today they come, they look and say, where I go put my wife and children? I say, Ebele, I beg, no come.
I don't fit hide them.
I
They
no fit.
refuse to be hidden.
You no work.
You
I don't
don't
get
work.
time off.
I don't get time off. I be think I get time off.
I be think say I go fit run am, but I
I,
don't fit run am.
I don't fit run. Make they don't come catch me. I be
Oh
one
my
chop
god.
clean mouth quickly, but
Oh.
fit happen.
Oh, it
Oh
is
my
well.
goodness. Sister
Hmm.
B, endo. Hey,
Thank you, my darling.
endo. You are just shining, shining, shining. I say, wow, woo.
What can I do? What can I
Sister B
do?
on point. No, you look amazing.
Make I show you
You
now.
look,
For those who know the Instagram, I show you now one of the look. That's one
hey.
of the look. Now we are rounding, so we don't talk all the.
Oh
We
my,
don't talk. We are. Everybody say
oh,
when they say Omo, yeah,
eh,
we are about to close. Man show now. Man show, but find one of
I
the look.
beg,
This is one of the look.
man. Sister B, this dress, I like am. Come like say now I like paso. Wait, there's
Eh,
too many. They
you
hang
don't
them.
see
Oh.
the purple one today.
Oh, the purple one, they hang them for one side though. I hope so you dey take account. Because when I
Oh my god!
come,
And the funny thing be say after this one, where I won't wear all these clothes go
oh
nowhere.
my,
Oh.
no, you go wear and go with you, they talk. You are
Where I
young
won't wear and
forever.
go.
Oh,
You
leave
know,
that
say,
thing.
I know they wear and go church. I they wear uniform go church, so they are not
You
useful
wear
to
and
me,
go
to be
people
honest.
party now. People
Uh,
wedding, people I beg go, not try am. No.
oh
No,
my god!
beautiful. This dress is beautiful. See this hair, na perfect hair for you.
Now that hair I market that day now. I was
I see
marketing it
am.
that day
I
now.
see that hair. I see the video. The hair
Yeah, I like
perfect for
Afro.
you.
Afro is my look.
Is
Anything
your
Afro.
look. Is your look. Just keep
Yeah.
to this one. You look flat. Oh my, you look flamboyant. Beautiful. God just
Thank
keep you
you.
all over. Oh,
Somebody say make I
no.
show. Somebody say Ogbonaya love. Say show us Omoye's picture. Omoye has a channel. Go to her channel. You see her picture. Her channel
Exactly.
is called Omoye's Corner. If
Thank
you go there,
you.
you go see her. You go see her picture. Ogbonaya. I go show you
Exactly.
her channel now.
Sister B, now Sister B channel with it and her picture. So man, these pictures are beautiful. I love each and every one of them. You not get one when I'm like less.
Thank
You
you.
are really giving it one after the
I
other.
dey disturb
Yeah.
una. I dey disturb una
No,
timeline.
disturb ke na I can't you. No say baby. Omalicha to power zero.
Oh yeah, oh, you know they make my head they swear. Oh
I
yeah,
know, make
it
your head
be.
well.
You don't happen. Now me tell you, say this they happen. Now they American. Now me they give you information.
Me,
Me what they here.
yeah, not true. Now you let us know. Me no, you know, see Texas big go.
Now
Texas be
so
like
they
one
talk. There's
country.
an
Oh.
extension of Lagos Island.
He big pass in a like country on your own. That's how
Anybody when
big.
want to see on my channel now, in the comment section you will see under Obodo TV. I just put on my corner. Click on it, you will see Omoye is a beautiful girl. A
Hey,
fine sissy. If you see her hair alone, in color and follow come Oyibo Pepe. Not be you know the buy bleaching cream. Follow come. Now be yellow. Hmm.
Sister B, may we not make about me. It's about you. You're
No, it's not
beautiful.
even about me.
Huh?
Today is not about me. We get party on Sunday and on
Oh
Monday.
yeah.
And on
Okay.
Monday was our party. So today
Uh,
maybe we just round up on this issue because we don't almost do 3
I
hours.
know. You know what?
Mhm.
Before we continue, this picture when I see, be like saying now you take do your cover, the birthday celebration.
For
That
where
pink, that
not
one when
being
you
you,
wear.
you will not believe, not being it
I
wasn't
used to
it.
No, that picture, the picture that they talk. I don't know where I see on Instagram. You wear pink like this. It was,
Yes, now the pink
oh,
one, now be the
oh
cover.
my
Yeah.
God, that
Yes,
was,
that was the one.
man,
Yeah. I
that
like
was,
picture. Before I went enter
oh,
social media, before I start YouTube, I always love taking pictures.
oh my God, that picture is just something else. It's on another level. I love it.
My daughter say, this one not be party, this one not be birthday, say na wedding. Now when I say yes, na wedding,
It's
and
like
the wedding your
when,
papa again. You say na
now
wedding,
all
say,
joy.
so what if you all this say too much? I say, I beg, just leave me alone, no, just leave me,
Easy.
jeje.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, easy,
Say
50
me, hear
easy.
me.
Oh
Half a
yeah.
century where I survive, not
In
be
fact,
joke. And I don't know what
eh,
in my eye don't see. So Mona
in
just leave me.
exactly, I
Mm,
beg, enjoy yourself. Pamper in
thank you.
all. I'm here for it. So anyway, make we talk about this one. So me, everybody don't talk. I mean, everybody don't talk from every angle. Everybody has excellent points. Which I want to talk, not just kind of statements, I guess opinion, my own opinion, whatever you
Yeah,
want to take out of it.
yeah.
Anybody can take it out of it. So what I believe is in this life, you have to learn what it means to surrender.
Mm,
When you completely surrender, it means accepting things the way they are
mm,
without tying your emotions to it every time because your emotions
mm.
are going to lie to you
Yeah.
many, many times
Emotions lie,
over.
oh. They lie,
They
oh. Mm,
lie to you. So when
mm,
you understand the concept of complete and total surrender,
mm,
no matter what comes to you, if someone walks into your life and they choose that, okay, I'm done, I don't want to be here, you have that your surrender will be such that it will not, it will hurt you, but you will not be emotionally devastated. You will release that person to go because you love them enough, if you
mm-hmm,
really did, to let
mm-hmm,
them go. That's what
mm-hmm.
love is. All
Oh,
this
yeah.
holding on to, not wanting to release, it is
Mm-hmm.
a problem. It's a mindset that has to be unlearned. Because nothing when they this life when we come with. We are
Nothing. What you will
living it
bring
here.
come? Vanity.
Nothing.
Solomon, when you get out, tell us, he say all is vanity. And
Exactly.
vanity, we not bring anything, we not go take anything come out.
We will not
Empty
go
handed,
take
now we come.
na every
Mm.
empty-handed we came,
Empty
empty-handed
handed, we
we
will
go.
leave.
Everything are dust. Everything is going to turn to dust at the end of the
Hmm.
day. There's
Hmm.
nobody that's going to just grow wings and fly away.
Mm-hmm.
Possible. So having that understanding, that deep understanding, and I know that we're all on different journeys and different places in our lives, but we need to take this surrender thing very seriously. It doesn't matter what your religion is. Surrendering yourself is the greatest gift you can give to yourself because
Hmm.
your children will disappoint you. Some people have children that have become disappointment, even though they sold everything into their lives,
Hmm.
even though
Of
they gave
course.
everything. But the
Of
parents
course.
are not, they did not, what are they going to do? Everything in life is not going to remain. You
Mm-hmm.
were talking about, you're married now, your children are leaving home. Very soon it's
Oh
just going
yeah.
to be you and your
Oh yeah.
husband.
Yes, so very
And he's
soon,
not,
oh.
and he's
Hmm.
not going to be able to match every emotional
No,
need,
no, 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 no,
basic
no, no, no,
need.
no, no, no. Mm-mm. It's not. You see, there's no human being that can meet your needs 100%. It's not possible, and that is where spirituality comes in. That's where I always say that people that they say, "Oh, if I just marry now, my life will be complete. If I just have children now, irọ́ ni gbogbo ẹ̀." I'm not saying that there's no level of, satisfaction and, blessing and, spiritual fulfillment that comes from having these things, but it's not everything. And take it from me, I've been there, I've done that, and I'm wearing the t-shirt. I will tell you for free. The only thing that satisfies in this world is your relationship with God. That is it. Every
Oh,
other thing is ephemeral. It comes, it goes. It
thank
comes, it
you.
goes.
Exactly. So connecting to just it goes back to I think this is one of the few things that I said when I joined your channel. Connect with your source. That is the first thing you owe yourself. Connect with your God because when you do that, surrender becomes easier.
And
Then
that's
you
why
will,
people get very frustrated when they think that if I marry, I will be happy now because I'm not
exactly,
happy. And then you marry, you now
exactly.
say, eh, now the marry be this. You
Thank
can't see
you.
say, eh.
Holes dey inside, holes go. You know, like say na human being you dey deal with, not be
And it's
angel.
good for you to have that blessing if it's what you desire, but
Of
it's not
course,
everything.
it's not every.
Only God can satisfy your soul.
It's even unfair to demand everything from a human being. It's impossible for that human being to give to you. Even you yourself, as an individual, you cannot give yourself everything.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
There's a limit still. No,
Absolutely.
no to talk of another human
It
being.
is unrealistic to
It's
expect another person to
unrealistic.
just now you go make me happy. If you don't want your happiness, eh, now misery go delete the person.
Exactly. You go follow the person, you know. So I think this is where we need to learn that. And I think that, that's why I'm sharing this. I'm hoping that, people will take this seriously because there's a lot of this type of scenarios playing out in front of our eyes. There's a level of pride that is mixed with toxicity that makes it even more dangerous. The Bible says that pride comes before a fall.
Oh
It
yeah.
always accompanies a fall. When someone is gara, someone is prideful, there's
Mm-hmm.
a fall right around the corner waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's very important as human beings to check yourself. And I'm not even talking about religion. It doesn't concern me what religion or what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Mm-hmm.
you have that eternal understanding of surrender, connection to your source, a lot of things will be easier. You begin to understand that, you know what? I am happy right now for what God has blessed me with, for what my Creator has given me. I am happy and I'm satisfied. I feel blessed that I'm able to wake up and see another day and do what I'm doing and eat my food in peace, not being troubled. Even though there's trouble in the world, it is not coming near you. You have peace. There's a satisfaction that comes with that. They say believe the best, but expect if the worst happens, then that's life. That is life. No one is going to have a perfect situation. If you have a wonderful relationship, you have a wonderful marriage, cherish every moment of it because you don't know where it's going to you don't know where it's going to end. My parents were married for over 40, almost 50 years when my dad passed. Okay. My mom had never, ever lived with anyone, nothing. For the first time in her life, she was confronted with,
With
oh my
being
God,
alone. Mm-hmm.
being alone because she and my dad did everything, went everywhere. So you can imagine to her, the loss was it was a shock to her because she didn't know what her problem was. What do I do now? Where
Hmm.
do I start now? That was her
Mm-hmm.
biggest concern. Now, thank God for her children. So we all gathered and said, no, we have to have her come because my mom is a very busy woman. She doesn't know how to be still. She's been busy all her life. So it was a difficult change for her. But
Mm-hmm.
eventually with the help of her children, she's able to find peace in the moment and enjoy herself now very much. And I'm talking about a woman who has lived her life. So that's something for us to learn.
Yeah.
Nothing lasts
Absolutely.
forever.
Yeah.
Learn complete surrender, connect to your source. And then know that anything that comes your way, you don't know how long it's going to be.
It's life. That's life.
Enjoy it for
Mm-hmm.
however way you have it. Enjoy it. Think about the good things. Think about the lessons. If it came and you were heartbroken from it or it hurt you, be grateful. You might not see the lessons in it right now. That's okay. But when you've been able to come over that, look back and say, you know what? I'm grateful for this person because this person has come to teach me a part of myself that I did not know. So every broken
Absolutely.
relationship does not mean that, oh my God, woe is me. No, there's a lesson. Anything that happens in life is either teaching you or making you
Mm-hmm.
better.
Absolutely.
So that's the way to channel heartbreak or whatever bad experiences you've had. Look back and say, wow, if this did not happen to me, I will
I
not
will
be
not
where
be
I am.
here. Yeah, yeah. I
Because
mean, I
that's
don't
what
know
I
whether
said for
you, I know
myself.
you seen I'm doing 50 things I'm grateful for on my
Yes.
Instagram.
Ah,
And
oh
one
my
of them
God.
was I'm grateful to God for being born in Nigeria.
Thank
The
you.
resilience that comes from being born in
Oh,
Nigeria. I know some people out there now, especially those in Nigeria who are having it up, will be like, I hate this country. I can't wait to get out of this country. But do you know what? I would not change it for anything. Being born in Nigeria has, equipped me for life. It's giving me the strength, the tenacity, the resilience I have today. If I was born in the UK, I would not be like that. So I'm just buttressing what you are saying, Omo, here, that every stage in life, whatever happens in your life is for a reason.
yes. Absolutely, Sister B. I'm very glad that you brought out that Nigerian part. I think I was having a conversation with one of my sisters, I think it was yesterday, and we were going back and forth about being born in Nigeria, the kind of character that it formed for us. My sister, if I tell you, if to say no be farm, I take grow. The way I talk about farm proudly, now people who knew me, knew my family growing up, then they used to say, these people, so farm. When people they go do holiday, now farm, they spend our holiday. But you know what? Do you know what that taught me? The resilience that I have, I've not seen it yet.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing you can do to break me in any way, shape, or form. You might think you're doing something to hurt me, but you really aren't. You're teaching me something. The insight I have about situations, you cannot buy it in the market. Why? I grew up on the farm, know how to grow my food. Now they're talking about food shortage. I buy pots, plant bitter leaf, plant mint leaf, plant potato.
Exactly.
Why?
I get all the plants. I get them. Bitter
Thank
leaf,
you.
ugu,
Ugu,
everything. Even I
everything.
start to plant potato now.
Thank you. Plant
I start to plant
tomato.
potato now because my father had a farm. My father had a garden that he planted sweet potatoes. So I know how to do
Exactly.
all those things.
All those things. I was great
Every
at
experience that you go through in life shapes you. It
it.
forms you to
God,
become who you are.
who you are. Don't shake
Don't
it up.
regret. Yeah,
Don't
don't regret.
regret
Even
at all.
including the bad ones. Hmm?
Especially the bad ones. Because that's where you
So
are
somebody
from.
is leaving you now. It's not the end of the
It's
world.
not. It's just giving you a springboard to spring. It's even expediting your process. That's why, when the Bible says rejoice in all things, I say rejoice. My sister, there have been no truer words than that.
Mm.
There have been no truer. He say in everything give thanks. My goodness. It is so true because for me, and I speak for myself personally, I learned the most from bad experiences. That's where I grew. That's where I came to know who I was and what I want in life. That's why I came to understand what true and complete surrender means. I didn't learn it from the good times. And I sure had a lot of great times in my life. So, whatever you're going through, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter how bad it looks,
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter how long it's been. Recognize as dark as the night is, when it's time for morning, it will give way.
Surely, surely,
So I leave you
surely.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
Make I not talk
Surely.
too much. May not be like how they preach. I not be pastor. I
No, no,
God,
no, no,
my
no, no.
God.
I beg, come on here. No, 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 no. No. Preaching is okay. We don't do show here now when people they pray, they quote scripture. It's okay, it's all allowed. Honestly, if we do show here when we bring somebody from another religion and somebody felt that they wanted to support them with a scripture from that religion and a prayer, I will allow it. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So don't ever apologize for that.
No, I
You
mean,
know.
I just had to say that. But thank you
No, no,
very
no.
much
It's
for
okay.
allowing
It's
me
allowed. Thank you
completely
so much,
express
Omoye.
myself.
You know now. You be kitchen cabinet now. Nothing do you. Nothing do
I will
you.
see you, your chairman.
You be
Everybody
CEO.
coming, you want to come see
Chief
me.
executive.
Chief executive, you must sign. We must read the contract. Sign now. Well,
Oh
before you
yes.
do
Oh
anyhow.
yes.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Sister B. Love you
I love
always.
you too, my baby
And
girl.
yeah, please
We'll see
continue to
soon.
shower us with your
Thank you. Our
beautiful.
party is on Monday. Oh, don't forget to.
I never forget. She that a day on life now. I be now.
I don't set her up now. See the thing
Now
now.
that
You know,
picture
see
I
the
see.
now the invitation be this now.
Now this one I see when hey, this your pay, God, he heavy. I just the pay me say I go meet some. I'm telling you, it's
Now the
heavy.
virtual party be this on Monday at 7 p.m. UK time,
My
Nigeria time. We go do
goodness.
party.
I go there life. I go just on them, they stream them, they look you're beautiful. Oh, all of them,
I
I
dey
they say, I
contemplate
dey
whether
tell
make
them
I wear this
tomorrow.
dress or not. It be like say I go wear. I'm never
No,
sure.
wear am. Oh no. This dress makes sense. That it makes sense.
And
Eh?
guess what? All
That
these dresses were made in Nigeria. Can you believe it?
can you imagine? I don't doubt it. We
All
have
of them were made in Lagos. You know, I was
creative
supposed to go to
people.
Nigeria. I didn't go.
Right.
So if you follow me on Instagram and you like any of the dresses, it's my friend Obiageli
I
that made
bet
all of them. So
tag
contact
her
me.
for all
Let
your
me
posts.
link you up. If you are having
Uh-huh.
an event, you don't
Uh-huh.
want to go to Nigeria, I got the plug for you. They will do it. They did everything, made them, and sent them to me. They cargo them
So
to
that
me.
boba, that traditional when you wear, now she make her.
Everything.
Okay, I bet tag her for your post because I
I'm
won't
tagging
make
her in
some.
my post now.
Okay,
I
I
tagged
will
her
reach
in
out to
all the
her.
posts. If you see dress, I put
Uh,
her name there, Obi. She's the one
okay,
that did everything. Yeah.
man, she's done an
Yes.
amazing
Bumi,
work.
yes. Obi that did it. Obi did everything.
Oh
It's
my
Obi that did
God.
everything.
Especially when I see this one, I say, wow, look at
You know,
this.
all I had to do was send her what I wanted. They got the material, they made them, and everything was to fit. I didn't go to Nigeria, and everything was made.
Wow.
All the clothes you see me, including the ones I will wear, everything
Uh-huh.
was made in Lagos, and Obi did it. So she's your right
Wow.
plug.
Man, she's the right plug. Oh, I'm going to
Any
send
man,
her.
if you want traditional, go to my Instagram. You see me, I tag Obi. Just click
Yeah.
on it and DM her. She will
Okay.
arrange you.
I
She will
man, I
arrange
need
you.
some traditional bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
she will arrange everything, and she's good. She's
Okay.
very good. All of them fit.
Okay.
Everything. I didn't need to go to
Awesome.
Nigeria again because she did everything for me.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
Okay. All right,
thank
sister.
you.
We love you as
Love you,
always, no.
sweetie.
I'm
Have a
gonna
good
look out
evening,
for
my
your
love.
Instagram pictures. All right
All
then.
right.
Take
Cheers, my
care.
darling.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Okay. You know when Omoya is here, it's time to round up. So yeah, thank you everybody that's contributed. And I'm really, 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 it's heartbreaking as the story is, but if you are just joining us, please go back from the beginning and watch. There are so many loaded, this show is loaded with information, advice, knowledge that will be helpful for anybody, even if you're not going through breakup, things that you need to know. And I'm going to link all the articles that I read at the beginning on the first comment. I'll pin it. And what we've learned from here is that unfortunately, it is too late for Obina and Tangela, but you don't need it to get to this stage. Whatever it is that you are going through, Yorùbá máa ń ní kò sí kan tó ń bọ̀ látòkè tílẹ̀ ò gbà. There's nothing that is new. People, human beings will be human beings, and it is the nature of man to disappoint, or woman. When I say man, I'm saying it in a biblical sense. It is the nature of human beings to disappoint you, to hurt you, to fail you. So please learn how to manage your emotions, seek help. Somebody said be aware of your emotional tank. Anger, if you have anger issues and you are going through a divorce, please learn how to manage it. Ebele, yes, she makes formal, she makes whatever, dresses, everything. Yeah. Okay. So we are looking at how culture and so many other things add to why people cannot take rejection and cannot take when relationship end, how they can handle it. Please seek professional help. Speak out, And if he said it here, so one of the article I said, they were saying, minimize who you are talking to, but if you actually need to speak out, I think it's better to speak out. Please speak out, seek help. Check your emotional tank. Forgive yourself. Know that no matter what, is the night now, but morning comes. It's not the end. The end of a relationship is not the end of your life. There is morning, and the morning brings sunlight. It brings daylight, and the darkness will go away. So that period that you're separating is your darkness, is your midnight, and it seems like it will never go, but it will. Because the Bible says that weeping may remain for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Night can never remain forever. So please forgive yourself, forgive them. If you think someone hurt you, try, because it's in forgiving and in forgiveness that you get your own healing. Your mental health is very important. We need to talk more about mental health. What is your mental health status? Are you even aware that, it's not only Oyibo sickness that is mental illness? Please, we need to talk more about it. Be aware, And finally, what I'm going to say, and I'm not saying this to mothers alone because we tend to say, mothers, raise your sons better. So, mother, I don't like that. In fact, it drives me mad. Please, it takes two people to bring children into this world. Don't put the burden of raising sons and daughters in the doorstep of mothers alone. Parents, if you're a father, mothers, fathers, parents, please raise your sons and daughters well. Teach them about rejection. Life happens. I shared a very funny story with you guys a while ago about, one of my teenage son that, was sharing with me. And I made fun of it, but there was lesson in that. I told him, I said, you know what? It happens. This is life. And I made him see how he moved on very quickly. And I was teasing him and saying, you moved on very quickly. And he was like, that was 4 weeks ago. I was like, oh, that 4 weeks you moved on. So these are teachable moments for us as parents to teach our children that it happens. Rejection, failure is part of life. So please, let us teach our children, let us raise them to know that, these things happen in life. But it is not about what happens to you, it's about how you process it. After what happened to you, what happens next? There is life after a divorce, there's life after a breakup, and even though it hurts, you will be okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Thanks for all my contributors. Thank you for everyone in the comment section. Please give this video a thumbs up. And I'm back on Monday for our half a century party. Join me 7 p.m. for us to do our party. It's going to be loud. It is well. I'm sending my love and prayers to Obina and Tengele's and Tangela's family. I pray that the Lord will uphold them, especially for this innocent, very innocent child who didn't ask to be born. May the Lord heal the family. May the Lord comfort them. Thank you all so much for being here. Adana, I love you. Monica, thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Cynthia, thank you. Brad Patrick, Gravitas, Omayes Corner. Thank you all so much, everyone, for being here. I'll see you on Monday night. Tomorrow, I have a very long and busy day in church, so there will be no show tomorrow. But Monday, I'll be here. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all very much. Please give it a thumbs up. Give the video. And if you are one of those keyboard warriors who like to come and fight tribal fights, and we are contributing money, but you don't know that this is your tribe person to contribute money. If I just waka comot so that I will not block your destiny. This is not about tribe, okay? It's about what we need to do so that we can evolve, we'll be better, we can handle things, and so that we'll not hear more about this. I dey beg una brothers, if you live in the US, I hear say for Texas, this G thing, where they say they delete, is very easily accessible. I beg. Don't allow the devil to push you. Don't allow rejection that you feel like you've lost everything to push you to go and buy the G thing. You don't need them. I beg. There is life after a divorce, no matter how messy. It is well with us. Thank you all so much. I love and appreciate you, my Budu fam. Have a good afternoon, have a good evening, and I'll see you on Monday night. God bless you. Thank you, guys. Bye.